話をしてたんですよね、今ね。はい。
イオンで止まってエンジン変えただけだしな、デロイト。
まあこれなぁ、一応2500にしてるんだけど、2500厳しいかな。いや、皆さんのね、盛り上げもご助力いただければ可能っちゃ可能だとは思うんですけど、どこまでいくかわかんないんでね、その辺ね。
わざとクラッシュすればノーペナかもしれないけど、金がかかりすぎる。エンジン交換でピットストップ5秒ならある程度で意図的に交換した方がリタイアリスク減らせるしよ。
ぜひご協力いただける方はですね、よろしくお願いいたします。まあ、スーパー GT はうちのチャンネル見とけば間違いないよねって言われるぐらいにはなればいいなと思うんですけど。ありがとうございます。コースアウトしてクラッシュしただけだからモラルハザードに抵触しない腕の上なってことですか。線の切りそう。わざとクラッシュしてエンジン交換ペナルティ回避とかしたら F1 のクラッシュゲートにならず大事件だと思います。いや、だから普通そういう考えはないって思ってたんですよね。まあ、8は無事だったらしいです。はい。今回の8に関しては無事だったらしいです。あれで無事なのかよっていうのはあるんですけど、あれで無事なんだエンジンっていうのは正直思いましたけど、まあ問題なかったらしいです。なんで、まあ、フロント、まあ、バンパーとか、直してっていうところだったみたいですけど、先行逃げ切りを狙いか、まあ、かなり横にあるんでしょ。結構公平にはあります。ダメでした、やめてくれよ。FR は FR ですけどね、もちろん。頑丈でいいね。頑丈でいいですよね。そう、それは本当にいいと思います。だから結構見た目上これエンジンいってんじゃねえのっていうやつでも意外と問題ないとかっていうのはね、あるんですよね。これすごいよね。もうエンジンの守り方がえぐい。インタークーラー交換ぐらいなのか。インタークーラーはもうそれは余裕で交換でしょうけど。順に見た感じ大丈夫そうでは。重量配分考えてもなるべくキャビンに寄せる方がいいし。そうですね、真ん中に寄せる方がいいのでね。壊れたらもう仕方ないかなわら。まあというような状況でございますけども、あとどうですかね。やっぱ300は777が逃げ切りそうな気がする。片側だけのままなんかな。フロントミッドシップだよね。フロントミッドシップですね。はい。FR っちゃ FR なんで、表記的には FR なんだけど、ミッドシップに近い。クラッシュした8のフロントが HSV010 とか言われてて実はフロントが HSV010。2週連続で優勝してる調子の良い格の芯にオーバーテイク賞してもらいましょう。ホンダは相変わらず左右配置のエクトラジエーター。なんかこだわりがあるのか何なんでしょうかね。そういう規定なのかっていうところもあったりしますけど、結構その GT500 クラスはもういじれる範囲って狭いですからね。まあエンジンもね2リッター共通ですし、まあ配置とかはまあ多少でもどうなんだろう、いけるんかな。どこまでなんかね、結局車の中に関してどこまで規定的にこう決まってるのかっていうのは私ちょっと分かってないので。
顔面が潰れると初音ミクになるらしい。
なりませんそれはなりません。いや
モノコックの範囲内なら配置は自由。
配置は自由なのか。
配置なんよね、ホンダ派。
じゃあやっぱ多少メーカーによって違いは出るって形なんですね。スープラとか24年にフロントの軽量化で
Yo, check, can everybody hear me?
多少できるので
まあ一応可能な部分もあるということですね。の人間なので申し訳ないですけど、どっちかっていうと初心者側の人間ですので結構わからないこと多い。
レースアップデート入るよ。プレリュードのレースペースどうなのかな。私も今年からホンダ関連についた以上頑張ってほしいわら。
ホンダ関連についた、なるほど。パーツ製作とかそのあたりなのかな。
まあ、そういうのもいいですよね。まあいろいろこう仕事の絡みで応援するチーム決めるとかっていうのももちろんあると思いますしね。
そもそも開発禁止なのは空力だけだし。
まあ空力だけですけど、まあ
GT500 と
言
今
っても
年のスバルで
そんなごっ
はどっちが
そり変わる
エンジン高
とこあるかっ
いんだろう
て言われたら
ね。
ないけど
プレイ
ね。
ド派ロングラン良いみたいな話あった気がする。ダウンフォースあるからピックアップしにくいでしょうし。
ダウンフォースありますね。まあ完全に
スーパー GT に予算上限規定派ないのかな。
昨年のやつが車がね、本当に
結構毎回
本当にダウンフォースなか
軽量化した
ったもんな。
パーツを投入してるみたいですよ。シビックみたいにダーティエアで近づけないことはなさそうかな。
ないと思います。
予算上限派ないですね。
軽量化したパーツ投入とかもあるんですね。予算はそうないって聞いてる。まあないがゆえに、まあ金持ってるチームが有利だよねになるのはまあしょうがないんだけど、まあそういう側面はある。
シャシー以外はある程度自由効くのかな。パーツ配置あれだよね。週に1回フォアチョコさんとタイムズさんとキットさんで RD.1 のポッドキャストみたいなのやったら登録者増えそう。予算監視にもお金がかかる。現地情報です。
ややこしいからまた
ゼロイト派エンジン交換でペナルティストップがあるそうです。
はい、記載済みです。ありがとうございます。はい、記載済みでございます。ということで、左下をちょっと情報版とかに使えるようになったので、このスペースがすごいありがたい。
夏の開発制限しようかって話はある。
へー。まあ予算を抑えるためってね、考えてもまあそれはあってもいいとは思いますけどね。そう、左下ですけど、まあ今なんか情報ボードみたいな使い方してますけど、一応ここ次戦からはそのチャンピオンシップ、ドライバーチャンピオンシップのランキングとかが入る予定です。はい、ドライバーチャンピオンシップのランキングとかが入る。リアルタイムのペナ、今まで通り。だから私が下からこう出すやつですね。おそらくそれのことを言ってるのかなって思ってますけど。だよね、多分それのことだよね。下に出てくるやつ、これね。これね。これ昨日の情報のやつなんでちょっと直してないですけど直してませんけど、まあこういうやつが出ます。こういうやつが今年も下出ます。今消しました。
とりあえずなんか書いてみて。255号車番飯抜き
なんでや
とか。それは変わってないのか。変わらなくていいけど、
これは変えてないです。
変
えてません。変えてもいいんだけど、ここのスペースが一番使いやすいんだよね、個人的に。
インフォメーション助かる。
インフォメーション助かる。全然違う内容のインフォメーションだけど。
チョコさんの愛車のタイヤで3周消化ペナルティがあるとの噂。ピットレーン速度違反でもしたんか。61大丈夫か。富士スピードウェイのペナルティ表示かな。
そうです。基本的にこの画面配置とかうんぬんっていうのは、まあ画面構成っていうところで言うと、富士スピードウェイのタイミングモニターとかをベースに作ってます。その通りでございます。だから富士行ってる方は、なんかちょっと見慣れた雰囲気あるなっていうのも感じるかもしれないですね。まあこの
61は一番硬いタイヤ選んだらしいんでロングラン派大丈夫かと。多分。ホワイト、チョコ、ハッシュタグ、ホワイト、
マジ？
チャンネルのメンバーシップ、ギフトを5送りました。D の依頼の遺産が、雲の湯の
ギフト配布ありがとうございます。
ギフトを受け取りました。つなさらチャンネルさんが、雲の湯のさんからメンバーシップ、ギフトを受け取りました。ひでくん一部派さんが、雲の湯のさんからメンバーシップ、ギフトを受け取りました。シーゼットお嬢さんが、雲の湯のさんからメンバーシップ、ギフトを受け取りました。ソニックスペクラルさんが、雲の湯のさんからメンバーシップ、ギフトを受け取りました。無交換ある？硬ければいいというわけではないからな。そういえば、マクラーレンが来年から日本で GT レースを開
スーパー GT 開幕戦決勝。
Yo, welcome to the stream. What's up, Honda, man? What's the deal, man? We're gonna try this again, man. Yo, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I used to stream these races probably I think like 2 seasons back. I used to stream these races, but I ran into some problems. So we're gonna try it again. We're gonna try it a different way though. I'm just gonna stream the audio. I'm not gonna stream any video footage of it. It's just the audio, and then I'm gonna update the times as we go. But just to let you guys know, just to make sure you guys know, the race starts at 11 o'clock Central Time, Texas time to be exact. It's sunny right now in Okayama, so we should have really good track temperatures, really good track conditions. For GT500, start off in P1. Who got pole was 38 keeper Sarumo GR Supra. Shout out to that boy OU, straight over from Honda. He was racing the Honda NSX. I don't know if you guys remember it, but he was with Arda. He was running into some problems. They caught him kind of like a wild boy. They caught him like he was wild driving, but he seems like he's found his groove with Toyota. So shout out to him. P1, P2 is the number 36 all-time GR Supra, of course. P3 is the number 14 Ineos rookie GR Supra. P4 is the number 17 Estimo Prelude GT. And P5 to round it off is number 39 Denzel Sart GR Supra. For GT300 is the 777 D-Station Vantage and pole. P2 is the Hyperwater Jing GR86 GT. P3 is the number 31 APR LFC 500. P4 goes to the number 6 Unirobo Ferrari 296. P5 to round it off is the number 4 Good Smile Hatsune AMG. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this, man. I'm kind of bummed though about the number 61 BRZ and GT300, man. They were having some problems. Yeah, they had like severe oversteer. According to Iguchi, he said he couldn't get the shit right. You know what I'm saying? Like he was saying, like it was very, very severe oversteer. I mean, understeer, and they couldn't figure it out. So, you know, but they're still working out that package, man. They got that EG33 in there, so they're still working out the package of trying to get everything situated with them. So yeah, hopefully they can get everything situated and get the car dialed in. But they had the wrong tires too. But they're trying to make it to where they can actually just go the whole race without changing tires. So their whole plan is to be no tire changing. But then they also say if they would probably switch to a strategy if they can't do no tire change, they would at least just change 2 tires. So you know hopefully they can save some time, man. I'm kind of hoping the number 61 BRZ can do what they intend to do. My picks for this year when it comes to GT300, like I said before, I have a feeling that the Tanner, the 10X or the GANX Z, I have a feeling that they're gonna do what they're supposed to do this year. They kind of knew they had a lot of problems last year, just getting on the track, but I got a feeling that they're gonna tear some shit up this year. The number 61 BRZ, that's still my pick though for this year. If they don't get P1, they're at least going to get within the top 3. The D-Station Vantage, who got pole today in the GT300, I think that's going to be a really tough opponent for everybody. Being serious. Yeah, I think they're going to be really tough. The APR LC 500, I think they're going to be super tough. The Unirobo Ferrari 296, I think they're going to be tough as well. But for sure, though, the 777 D-Station Vantage, that's the team to really look out for when it comes to GT300. But my hopeful picks is the number 61 and the 10X Z. So those are my picks for when it comes to GT300. GT500, which I didn't say my picks, of course. It's going to be, of course, I'm going for the number 36 all-time GR Supra, but my hopeful picks is the number 19 Wetsport GR Supra. My third pick would be the Impel Z, which they didn't do too good. I think they got P7. If I'm not mistaken, I think I got P7 today, but I don't know. Okayama's a very technical track, so we should see a lot of overtaking. on this track today. So I think we're gonna see a lot of overtaking today. But man, I really think we should pay attention and look out for P1 number 38 keeper Serum GR Supra. OU man, OU's that boy's no joke, man. Like seriously, that boy's no joke, man. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, OU is no joke, yo. Trying to get this shit up, yo. Okay. Just so we're clear, so I'll go ahead and just start the starting drivers. I have all this posted up on my YouTube, so if you ever feel like you need to go look, just go to the YouTube channel and check it out. Pole, we have the keeper. I already talked about this, but we have the keeper GR Supra. That is driven by Toshiki OU and Rakuto Kobayashi. And P2 is the number 36 all-time GR Supra with Shosu Boy and Kenta Yamashita. And P3 is the number 14 NES Prime GR Supra, driven by Naruya Fukuzumi and Kazuya Oshima. P4 goes to the number 17 Estimo HRC Prelude GT, driven by Kodai Tsukakoshi and Yuto Yunora. P5 goes to the number 39 Denzo Kobelko Sar GR Supra, driven by Yuhi Sakaguchi and Sacha Fanastraz. P6 is the number 16 Arta Mugen HRC Prelude, driven by Tomoki Nojiri and Ren Sato. P7, yes, P7 is the Impulse Z, number 12 Impulse Z, driven by Kazuki Haraman and Betrude Bagat. And P8 is the number 100 Stanley HRC Prelude, driven by Naoki Yamamoto and Tadasuki Makino. P9 is the number 24 Realized Corporation Z, driven by Teppei Notori and Atashi Miyaki. P10 is the number 23 Moto Neotera Z, driven by Katsumasa Chiyo and Masanori Takabashi. Listen, I'm really hoping that the number 23 Moto Neotera Z they can bounce back from last year. I'm really hoping that they can. They did drop really, I guess it was the Neotera Z, but they dropped it's not a two-stable Nismo, two-car stable anymore in Nismo. It's just one car. P11 is the number 19 Westport Bando GR Supra, driven by Yuji Kanemoto and Sena Sakaguchi. P12 is the number 64 Modelo HRC Prelude, driven by Riki Okusa and Igor Omar Fraga. Y'all know who Fraga is. If you paid attention to Gran Turismo growing up or just over the past 10 years, you know who Fraga is. P13 is the number 37 Tom GR Supra, driven by Okio Sasahara and Giuliano Alessi. P14 is the number 8 Arta Mugen HRC Prelude, driven by Kokonoshin Ota and Horoki Otsu. Alright, for GT300, I'm not going to do everybody because, godly, it's like, shit. 29 drivers or 29 teams, and I'm definitely not doing all those teams, so we'll just do the top 5. Pole D Station is the number 777 D Station Vantage, driven by Tomonobu Fuji and Charlie Fag. P2 goes to the number 2 Hyperwater Engine GR86, driven by Yui Tosumi and Kasahasi Urabi. P3 is the number 31 APR LC500, driven by Kosoto Kataka and Miki Koyama. P4 is the number 6 Unirobo Bluegrass Ferrari 296, driven by Yoshikai Katayama and Nicholas Kuten. P5 is the number 4 Gutsuba Hasun Maku AMG, driven by Nobuteru Taniguchi. There we go, Nobu Taniguchi, there he goes. I'm happy they got a good start for the first race. And Tatsuya Katioka. So once again, I do apologize moving forward if I butcher anybody's names. You know how it is. I'm from Texas, by way of Louisiana, so I'll fuck up everybody's names. Sorry about that. But yeah, we got 18 minutes until the race starts. I'm not going to be, just a reminder, I'm not showing any videos. I'm not going through any of those problems again this year. I'm just going to be updating the time as we go and updating the runners. I will be playing audio throughout, so just pay attention to that. But yeah, we'll be back, man. The race is going to start at 11, man. I appreciate y'all joining. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button, please. All donations help grow the channel, man. So please help me out with that if you can. Anything is appreciated. We're just trying to get this channel to keep going, so I do appreciate that. Like I said, the race starts at 11 Central Time. Track status is green as of now. It's very sunny over there in the Okayama prefecture. Well, I don't know if it's the prefecture, but it's the Okayama International Circuit. But it's sunny right now, so we should have really good race conditions. Man, I'm excited about this year. I'm glad we get to cover it. But yeah, what's up, man? The Hondas, you know, it's pretty good that the Hondas got at least they got somebody in the top 5, right? But I know, so they got somebody in the top 5. They got the Estimo Prelude, and then they got the number 16 Arda in P6, and then they got the number 100 Stanley in P8, and then they got the Modelo in P12, and then the number 8 Arda in P14. By the way, yo, listen, the livery, listen, hold on, guys. The livery for the Arda Mugans, oh my God, for both of them. The one that has, I can't remember, but I think, hold on. I'm trying to figure out which one that was. Hold on, guys. Let me check something out. I'm trying to figure out. Let's see, because both of the Ardas have really cool liveries. I'm trying to figure out which one did I like. Yeah, the number 16 Arda, man, with that Wackos, woo, that Wackos livery is clean. By the way, let me see if I can show that on screen real quick. I can show that real quick. Hold on. I'll show it. Let me see. Hey, appreciate that, Honda, man. Yeah, I'm trying to grind it out, bro. I've been slacking, man, but I've been trying to grind it out, man. I appreciate you taking the time, man, to watch my stuff, bro. I'm just trying to do what I can, man. But check this livery out, bro. Hold on, yo, this livery is clean. I don't even like the Preludes, bro, with the machine finish wheels, with that Arda and the Wackos. I mean, usually you see the Wackos with the GR Supras, but damn, that shit looks clean as hell, bro. I don't have one for the other Arda, the number 8 Arda, but they just have the regular, orange and white. But that shit looks good too, bro. But this one right here, this has my pick, man. Let me know in the comments, man. Would y'all like to see like a video where we talk about the best liveries from Super GT 2026, man? Because they got some good entries, man, for sure, bro. They got some really good entries, man. And Honda's really stepped their game up on the livery side. Hopefully they can step their game up on the performance side, because I know everybody want to be wishful thinking with them boys, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really have any. I don't think Honda's gonna do. I don't really think Honda's gonna do anything, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I really don't think Honda's gonna do what they're supposed to do. I really don't. I mean, hopefully they can do something, man. But shit, I don't see it, bro. I'll be honest with you. I don't see it. I know they switched from the Civic, which I really don't even think they gave the Civic a fair chance, man. They only gave the Civic, 2 years, man? I feel like the Civic should have got a lot more time. Damn, NSX got like almost 10, 11 years, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 10, almost 10. I don't know, man. I think Honda's just scrambling. And trying to find a way, man. Trying to find a way to make things right. Cause they can't seem to find the time, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Let's see. Yo, we got about 10 minutes till the race starts, apparently. So we'll see. See if that happens. Yeah, but guys, like I said, man, I appreciate y'all joining me, man. Any donations go to growing the channel. So I appreciate y'all taking the time to watch for sure, bro. Oh, shit. Hold guys. I know it kind of looks kind of janky right now, guys, in regards to how it looks, man. But hey, shit, we're trying to get there, man. We're trying to get somewhere, yo. We are trying to get somewhere. 7 minutes till the race starts, yo. It's a lot of people over in Japan live streaming, bro. It's a lot of people live streaming. This is the Honda Civic's debut, yo.
2年間シビック、それまではずっと NSX。
This is a lot of live streamers, yo. I gotta step it up, man. I gotta step it up. But yeah, guys, I'll be right back, y'all. We're almost there. We are almost there.
TRS インパル Z は平峰とバゲットのコンビでチャンピオン返り咲きへ。リアライズコーポレーション Z タイヤを横浜からブリヂストンにスイッチ。名取三宅のニューコンビで躍進を誓う。
Alright, y'all, we live, yo. We live.
GT300 クラス
First race of the 2026 Super GT season. Here we go. Let's
世
go.
界を知る猛者がやってきた。その名はダニール・クビアト。クビアトは両クラス王者の小暮隆と協力コンビを結成。ニューエンジン投入スバル BRZ 新エンジン EG33 で5年ぶりのタイトルへ。パシフィックレーシングが BMW M4 を投入タイヤはミシュラン。新規参戦エメオス AMG ベテラン石浦博明がコンビを組むのは去年の F4 チャンピオン鈴木時也。現役東大生新原幸太郎がアップガレージ AMG から参戦。そして連覇を目指すレオン AMG チャンピオン経験者のベテラン。ここから頂点を目指す若者たち。個性あふれる GT300 クラス、その戦いはいかに。
いやー、今年のですね岡山はもう暑いということですね。本当にね、もう例年だとですねこのレーシングスーツの下にね何枚も着込んでるんですけども、本当に今年はもう暑い、もう夏日のですね岡山です。そして僕はですね GT500 のですねポールシッターのお二人 TGR ティームキーパーセレモのお二人の前にいます。まずはですねタイムを叩き出しました大湯俊樹選手に聞きたいと思いますけども、昨日レース予選終わった時に
Hey, y'all should see OU right now, yo. He got his buffs on. Shout out to my boys out there in Detroit, man. He got his buffs on and he got his ice on. Shining out there, man.
自信はあります。まあただこうちょっと
Man, ever since OU left Honda, he went to Toyota, man. That boy been
どう
shining.
なるかなってい
He
う
been showing
未知
out,
なところ
man.
もあるんですけど、
That's what I'm saying. That's what Toyota does. See
今
your
回
spirit. It
走れ
makes
て
you
るの
start
で
shining.
まあこのトップの座を譲りたくはないですね。
Yeah, but it's beautiful weather out there right now in Okayama. You can just tell. It looks nice. The wind's
昨日の
blowing.
夜はどんな感じで和やかな夜を過ごす
It's gonna be
か
really good track conditions right now. I don't know what he's saying. Maybe I should turn up the
選手
translation.
なんかちょっと落ち込んだ
Let
顔
me
し
see.
て
Do
て
they have that feature on here? Oh, hello. Oh,
まあ優勝し
they
たら
do.
逆に笑顔
They have English
になると思います。はい。
English
はい、
subtitles.
そして、小林陸斗選手です。GT500 デビュー予感はあると思いますけども、どんなレースをですね、
So it's a GT
描きなが
debut
ら
for
昨日
Momo
の夜は
Hugagi.
過ごしましたか。
Hugaki.
そうですね。まあ僕はあまり
No, I'm sorry. For
考
Rikuto
えすぎないように
Kobayashi, I
して
believe.
るんで普段から。
I have no idea
ひとま
about
ず
him. I
昨
haven't
日の
paid
予選
attention.
はいい結果でしたけど、僕としては、まあ、若干出し切れなかった部分もあるのかな、まだ実力不足の部分もあるかなっていうところで、まあ、今日少しでも、昨日よりいい走りができればいいなと思っています。
再びですね、このお二人とですね、ウィナーインタビューさせていただきたいと思います。検討に乗ります。頑張ってください。
ありがとうございます。
頑張ってください。以上です。
Yeah, so they just right now. It's just everybody's on the track right now. It's not ready yet. Not ready for the race to start yet. Everybody's just on the track. Umbrella girls are out there. Everybody's just checking out the cars. Beautiful weather, man. That's one of my dreams, man. To really go to a race out there, man. I really want to go to a Super GT race bad.
まずは藤井選手、昨日素晴らしい
That's
速
my
さを見せて
goal.
くれましたけれども、決勝レースの見通しはいかがでしょう。
Right now they're interviewing the 777D station, Tamanobu and Fuji. The subtitles suck. The translation is not doing what it's supposed to do.
あと岡山でこんなに高い気温でレースがあるっていうのはなかなかないことなので、タイヤの状況もちょっと分からないですし、とにかく与えられた状況の中でベストを尽くして、何になるか分からないですけど、自分たちの持っているすべてを出し切りたいと思ってます。はい。
Turn down my audio. Hey, y'all let me know if the audio is good, man. Y'all let me know if the audio is good.
So it's really hot today. What do you think about the conditions for you guys?
Yeah, unusually hot for this time of year, but
now they're interviewing Charlie Fagg, the 72nd driver for the 777D station.
Maybe the race will be a different story, but for sure we'll give our best.
Man, that's got to be so cool,
man.
One of these days I'm gonna go to a race out there.
暑いですけれども、ナイスですねというコメントがありまして、予選ではねそれがすごくいい方向に働きましたけれども、決勝レースはちょっと違うストーリーがあるかもしれませんが、でもねできる限りのポイントだったりとかいい結果をね持って帰りたいというコメントがありました。Thank you, good luck.
I don't know, I'm gonna get out there in some
鈴木総監督にもお話を伺っていきたいと思います。
Now they're interviewing the team boss of the D station.
そうですね。もう2人に任せます。
Kazuhiro Sasaki, the general manager.
はい、やってくれると思います。はい。
応援しております。ありがとうございました。以上です。
Alright guys, I'm gonna try my best to stay up. Alright, I'm gonna try my best to stay up. I know 2 seasons ago when we were doing this, I was trying my best to stay up. I was damn near dying every single time, falling asleep and shit. But I'm gonna try my best to stay up. Yo, I know y'all can't see it, but though, yo, the livery for the number 8 Arda is pretty. It's like half carbon on the front. The doors of the Arda orange. Yo. Shout out to Honda, they did good. But usually, I'm not gonna lie, Honda does do pretty good on the liveries. But yeah, that number 16, no. I think it's the number 18 Arda, the other second Arda Honda with the Wackos one. That's beautiful. GT300, man, that's Shade Racing RCF, man. So they left the GR86. They're now with the RCF, man. That thing looks pretty. Driven by Howard Naka. Can't remember the other person. Shout out to the Hopi GR Supra. They're finally back on the grid. They had a lot of problems. I think it was like 2 seasons, and last season and a couple seasons ago. Car was catching on fire, constant technical issues. Shout out to them for making it back.
周目の半周だよ。わかります。半周さえ。
Hello and a warm welcome to the 2026 Autobacks Super GT Round 1, the Okayama
Here they go.
GT 300-kilometer race from Japan, and it's a beautiful day, as you can see. My name is Jonathan Green, and we will with you for the season ahead. It's slightly breezy, but it's been a beautiful weekend here in Okayama. As always in Japan, the fans are ready to go for a brand new season of Super GT. My cohort today will be John Massengale, and he is my partner in speed most of the time anyway, and I know, John, you are particularly looking forward to this. This is something that really whets your appetite. Big sports car fan.
Johnny Green, I am so excited for this. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. I love sports cars. You know that.
Well, as you can see, the grid is
If I'm not mistaken,
pretty
this
much
is the
dominated
race's
by
first year of
Toyota to
even
start with,
showing
but that doesn't necessarily
Super
mean
GT.
anything. The brand new Prelude in the hands of Nomura did take 4th place, but it's the next Supra up next in 5th. Then comes the Artem Mugen HRC Prelude. Story about that we'll tell you about. It's been knocked back. Then it's TRS Impul, Stanley HRC Prelude. So much talk about Honda coming into this one. And then Miyake in the first of the Nissans starts in 9th position, and alongside him is Takaboshi, one of the long-term members of the Super GT class. Bandar, another Prelude coming up with Okosu in 12th place, and then the Deloitte Toms GR Supra just behind. That's your 500, 2 classes in all, but a much bigger class in GT300. Here's your starting grid. A bit of a surprise in some ways to see the Aston Martin GT3 leading the way. Charlie Fagg, the Englishman, looking forward to this. Hyperwater
It's not a surprise to see the Aston Martin leading the way. What is he talking about?
Yama and
Aston Martin's been showing out all practices. They were looking good last year when they were participating. What is he talking about? Who is this guy? Shout out to
the
him.
first of the AMGs, the Good Smile AMG comes, and of course AMG, the defending champions in GT300. Then comes Green Brave GR Supra. Oliveira, another one of the returning veterans to the series. Lexus represented as well. And we've got, what, 9 new rookies, 2 tests before the season started. And you can see a very strong, as always, GT300. The term in Super GT is you come to see the 500s, but actually it's the 300s that put on the show. Just one BMW, that's the
Man, what is he talking about, man?
NAC
That's like a
BMW.
backhanded comment towards GT300. Yeah, he's right. I really don't watch a lot of GT300. But over the past 2 seasons, I've been really getting more into the GT300s.
So both drivers.
I know my partner
only able to
Formula.
drive a maximum
He
of
watches the
2/3, so
GT300.
there has to be a driver change.
You know, with the
And as you can see,
Hatsune
long
AMG.
field.
I know that's his Good Smile. That's his
So
team.
we're
a
expecting,
lot of people
given
have
the
a lot of
300s
people's
aren't as
teams,
quick
man,
as the
are the
500s,
GT300s.
to
Man,
see a
stop
lot of
playing.
overtaking on this very
Backhanded
strategic,
comment.
quite
Who is this
narrow
guy?
Okayama circuit. I've been there a couple
Shout
of
out
times.
to him.
And was very fortunate enough to be at the first ever Formula One Pacific Grand Prix many, many years ago, back in 1994. And it's the Lexus at the back on the Michelin tyres that bringing up the rear. And tyres is going to be an important factor, not just today, but for the year ahead, because this is a tyre war championship. In other words, several manufacturers involved. Now, look at the track temperature, even hotter than it was.
All right, the air
yesterday.
temperature is
Air
24
temperature
degrees
24, about
Celsius.
the same as it was.
Track
The
temperature is
humidity
39 degrees
33
Celsius.
degrees. And John,
Humidity is
the sun
33%.
shining at the moment, but that means it's a worry because tyre wear was an issue yesterday. the higher temperatures were a bit of a surprise compared to the fact that they tested here back in February, March, but they didn't have this warm temperature. So that's going to change strategy, I think.
Absolutely, and tires are such a big part of this series. I love that we've got 4 different tire manufacturers involved. But yeah, Johnny, the high temps, we've already heard.
Nah, man, I really don't keep up with WEC and IMSA.
It's going to be a big factor. And
shit, I only got enough time. I only got enough time for Super GT, man. Oh man, I wish I could keep up with WEC and IMSA, man. Shit, I don't ever have that much time, bro. And my phone sucks too, so it's like it's tough to even like get updates on my phone. And
but
shit,
just
man.
going back to this is without doubt the most popular
I wish I could, bro.
Japanese championship, if not the most prestigious sports car championship in the world.
Oh, there it is.
As we see, the
Why are the chaps upside down?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I used to watch a lot of
and
Super
an
Formula,
day,
but
of course, the start of a brand
like I said,
new
man,
season
at this point, bro, I only
so
get
much to tell you about.
I only keep up with
as this race goes into
Super
action.
GT.
7 rounds in all in Japan
on.
this year, and we will be going to some of the most iconic places that Japan racing offers.
Hold on.
And it truly is.
There we go.
Without doubt, the most popular
weird.
series. Super Formula, of course, right up there as well. Several of the drivers involved in this championship also race in Super Formula. So we'll talk about that as well. But 2 very big championships, but very different, of course. Super Formula, the single-seaters, and this very much the... Well, it's basically the heavyweights, isn't it? The 500
Yeah, I like Super Formula. I haven't paid attention this year, man, but I need to. But see, the thing about Super Formula, when I did keep up with it, and I was reporting on it,
this is really
the reason why I like them is because they have the race feed. See, on this shit, I can't get the race feed for Super GT.
Mechanic.
Like, I have to sign up for, like,
one of the Ferrari teams.
J Sport, but I can't get J Sport on my computer, man.
Everybody
So it's kind of tough.
in the United States is
Oh, they're
excited
doing
as I
their,
am. Here we go.
whatchamacallit, national anthem.
Japanese national anthem.
But yeah, man, I gotta sign up for like J Sport, but it's tough to get J Sport on here, man. So it's like that's why I have to do this janky score times. I'm gonna have to manually, do these times, yo, and do these positions on here, man. It's gonna suck, but it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna keep me on my toes. I just hope I can stay alive. I mean, not stay alive, but stay awake, man. Let's hope I can stay awake for sure.
And with that, we are about to get underway.
Oh, they're about to start the parade lap. Let's go.
Police escort. A big part of Super GT is that the police and safety get involved at each and every
y'all let me
round.
know, man, who y'all got for this race, man. Who y'all got winning in GT300 and GT500. I told y'all mine. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all mine.
Presence today, the Toyota Motor Corporation, the
those in
director
P2
of
and
TGR
GT500,
Global
for sure
Motorsport,
they doing it, man.
Watanabe, the president and CEO of Honda Racing
Hey, what's up, Edward?
and Nissan
Yeah, man, it's
Motorsports,
tough to watch
president
this, bro.
and chief executive
You have
officer, and then
but if
the
you do want to
president
watch
and
it like
CEO of
live,
GTA,
bro, just go to
championship
racer.com.
championship. So,
You're gonna have to pay some money, but it's $33 for 3 months, which is a pretty good deal, bro. So if you want to watch it, go to racer.com, bro, and subscribe and get it. I don't know.
And to give everybody
Yeah.
If
you want to go there, just go to racer.com and get it, man.
In Japan, but that just shows
But like I said, y'all,
this
bear with me, man. I'm gonna try my best to stay up to date.
now
This is my
spreading
first
its
time
wings
doing this
to the
manual,
world. Of course,
the
it
manual
started back in
times,
the
but I'm gonna do
90s,
what I can.
Early 90s, mid 90s were
doing what I
when
can.
it just started out, but it has now become, without doubt, one of the most prestigious sports car series in the world. Even had a tie-in with DTM at one point, and the rules and regulations have a lot to do with that now in the modern day.
They also opened up the new Super
Everybody
GT
getting a
store.
last bit of lunch
If you ever go
and
to
a chance to wave the
supergt.com
flags
or whatever
before
the
they
site
go,
is,
and we saw
you can start
a
getting more
glimpse
gear,
of the
man,
two
for the
pole
teams,
position
man. Because for a
cars,
while it was tough to get gear,
just
man, by the
before
teams, yo.
the
So I definitely need to
national
get me some
anthem.
Westport gear.
And it is the Keeper Saramo GR Supra leading the way on the left-hand side of your screen, and then the current champions in the 36.
Yo, what's up,
alongside.
Tyler? What's the deal, man? Yeah, no problem, man. Trying to do what I can.
オートバックススーパー GT
We'll see how long it lasts. Oh man, 2 years ago I got in trouble, but hey, we'll see what happens this year. So who y'all got, man? Y'all let me know, man. Who y'all got winning this first round, man? I told y'all mine. I'm going with the number 36 all-time GR Supra. I think they're gonna take it.
1 minute
till the race starts.
Famous ambassadors.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So that's the thing, Tyler. So I used to be in touch with Motorsport. I used to do content. I used to work with them a little bit. They allowed me to do some of their content with Super GT. But they just disappeared out of nowhere. So
and I can't tell you how
now we have to go to racer.com. But yeah, if you want to watch it live, bro, just go to racer.com and you can watch it there. Let me try to see if I can show y'all.
This is more than just a sport; it's a passion. And they truly do follow their teams. Look at those big flags in the background. That again,
show y'all where y'all can go. I'm gonna post it in the chat,
culture
man.
of motor racing. I can assure you, having been down in the crowd with those folks, they are not easy to wheel.
If you go there,
they're heavy, they're big.
If you go there, that's where you can get it.
You
know what I mean?
Keep going every lap. Look in the background. I bet you every time we come on.
All right, they're about to start the parade lap, yo. They're about to start the parade lap. Here we go. We got green. We're green.
Is that a
well, we're not green. It's the parade lap, right? So it's a different type of green.
Lap, and there is
yeah, man, I love this series, man. I was watching it when it was JGTC back in the day. My first time really watching it, I would probably say it was like 2002 for me.
And John, just to explain, 2 categories, 500.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, man. Hey, money tight for everybody, bro. These gas prices kicking my ass. I tried to put some 91 octane in my WRX. Yeah, needless to say, I'm not doing that again. I'm scared to get rod knocked because my car has so much hesitation off the line. But yeah, man, gas is kicking my ass, man. I understand, bro. You ain't gotta tell me, man. I'm gonna do what I can, man, to help y'all out, bro.
I think they're all estimated, right? And they do have the balance of performance, style, weight system they've got, and fuel flow systems here to keep the cars competitive. I love the look of that Nissan Z, the safety car, that yellow.
Yo, let me tell you, let me say this. Let me go ahead and say this, man. The reason why I liked Motorsport TV when they were doing the commentaries because it seemed, listen,
like I said, this is
before I say what I'm about to say, no, I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to Super GT, JGTC. I'm not at all. But at the same time, I think it's necessary to get people that really know about the sport if they're going to be doing commentary online. That's just me. But I guess we can all learn together, right?
I've been to this circuit and used to be called IADA, and it was used, opened back in the early 90s, and it was used for the Pacific Formula One Grand Prix. Bernie Eccleston did a deal, and they came here in 94 and 95. Michael Schumacher, in fact, won both races, both in 94 and 95. I attended the 94 race, and it was rather a sad occasion, but I didn't know it at the time because, of course, Ayrton Senna was pole position for that race in 94, but unfortunately, and he crashed out, sadly, hit by Hakkinen in the first lap. But it was, sadly, to be his last ever race because, obviously, the next round was Imola 1994, where I'm sad to say that Ayrton lost his life in that race, and so AIDA will be remembered, this circuit, Okayama, as Ayrton Senna's last major race. So what? Parade lap completed, but we'll get a second, and part of that
right, here we go,
is
formation lap, y'all.
Like I said, the local police, but also to get those
hey,
times
tell you something, man. Otsu and that keeper Super, man, he's the guy to really look out for, man. When he left Honda, man, I feel like he had something to prove because they kind of consider him like a wild driver when he was with Honda, yo.
The start of the weekend as they loaded in.
Yeah, they was like really on his ass.
Conditions absolutely perfect.
But I think OU, he's really the person to look out for.
Grid,
you got Yamashita starting off in the number 36 GR Supra. Fukuzumi in the rookie in the GR Supra starting off. We got Nomura in the number 17 Honda Prelude starting off. We got Sekaguchi in the number 5 Denso Supra. Najiri in the number 16 Prelude. Baguette in the Impulse Z. Yamamoto in the 100 Stanley Civic, not Civic, Prelude. Miyake in the Realize Z. Takabashi in the 23 Moto Z, Konomoto in the wet sport,
Nissan's is way down a little bit,
Prelude,
and I'm a
Sasahara
bit surprised
in the
by
DLR
that
GR
because
Supra,
the Prelude,
and
we really
Otsu
didn't know.
in the Ardor Prelude,
Just for,
number 8 Ardor Prelude.
and John, you can back me up here on this one.
Yeah, I like
but
when
we
Motorsport
had
did it. It
the
seemed like
Honda Civic running
when
for
they
the
had
last 2
somebody
years,
that was,
but
you
they
know,
swapped out to the Prelude.
related
so
to the language
this is
doing
a big
it,
opening
was better.
day for
Number
Honda
7,
and HRC.
777 D Station. We got Fuji
Yeah, it
for
is. They've got
GT300,
5 of these
Urabi in a
Honda
Hyperwater,
Prelude GT cars.
Kagami in an
I actually stopped by the Honda dealer
LC500,
today, Jonathan. Take a look
Katayama
at
in a
one of the
Unirobo,
production cars in person. It was a
in
pretty
the,
cool car.
I'm not doing all these names, Joe.
Well, a total of
Sorry,
43
y'all.
cars, 14 in GT500, 6 Toyota GR Supras, 5
Oh,
Honda
man.
HRC Prelude GTs, as you mentioned.
So last
and
year,
3
the winner was
Nissans.
Shosuboy and Kitten Yamashita in the GR Supra. So let's see if they can
Like
get
I
a
said,
second
a lot
peek.
of talk about,
Okay.
Now you can see
They're about
the
to start,
international
y'all.
winners
They're
back
about
in
to start.
23,
Here we go.
Quintarelli and Matsuda. And in fact, Quintarelli's record here could be broken this year. Now retired, of course, from full-time racing. And there you see Kobayashi and Coyote.
Man, I'm trying to do good with the
Gamo
names, man.
Also winners
I'm
here
probably
last
getting
year.
emails
Last year
talking
was
about, "You fucked my
very
name
heavy
up."
rain. In fact, the first 4 laps will run
Yeah, my bad.
basically behind the safety car because
I'm
it was
just a guy from
being
Texas.
too dangerous. There were several crashes. We had quite a lot of red flags, and it was a race that kind of went on for a long time. Right, we're getting ready to
All right,
go
here we go.
racing
They're going to
here
home straight, about to start.
for the 2026 Automax Super GT Round 1 from Okayama. The flags are waving, the fans are ready. We are ready for a brand new season of racing. And they'll head down to the first corner here at Okayama. And who's going to get the jump? Will it be the champions in second place, or will it be?
Oh, OU and the keeper super got a good jump. Shielded the number 36 all-time super off.
Straight into the first corner he goes.
Rookie in the third. Everybody's kept their position so far. So it looks like not too much action. It was pretty gentleman-like. We'll see what the number 36 all-time GR Super, what their pace is going to look like. See if they're going to close down, make a quick entrance.
The GT300s now for the start of their race. It'll be led
GT300
on the
is starting
left-hand
off
side
right now.
by the all-green Aston Martin Vantage. And that's Fuji at the wheel. Charlie Fagg will replace him at the brake. And we're expecting
the Impulse Z just made a move.
Just
made a move. Just took it from the Sarge GR Supra.
57.55 for a pit stop, but more likely it'll be in the late 30s
So
or
now
early
it's the
40s
Impulse Z
lap-wise
just took it from the Sarge Supra.
for the pit stop, and that is a part of the strategy. You can see there's a lot of cars out there right now, 43 in all. GT300s maybe a little bit more nimble, but they're not as fast in a straight line, and it's a combination of Japanese and European cars. There's the AMG Mercedes that took the title last year, but we've got Aston Martins, we mentioned, at the front. Obviously got Toyota Supras, Nissans in there as well. And a few Lamborghinis, great to see. I'll just show you the quality of this field, John. It says a lot.
Z is now in
when
P5,
we
y'all.
haven't even mentioned that
We're on
Daniel
lap 2.
Kvyat,
Keeper
ex-Formula
Supra's
1
got some
driver,
good pace.
is one of the 300
We got the Stimo
drivers
in
in
4th,
this field,
and now we have the
starting
Impulse
his,
Z in 5th.
Super GT career, having
Yeah,
done
Keeper
less,
Supra's
continues
keeping
to
a
do
good
so,
pace. He's
but
leading the pack.
F1
I think the
man
Impulse Z is going
here.
to try to make a move on the Stimo Z coming into.
Spent some time. We actually took a
I don't know what the
Vanessa,
name of the turn is.
introduced
Then
him to an
Stimo Z
astronaut
blocks
at
him
one
off.
point. I mean, a cosmonaut at
Kind
one
of
point.
cheeky with that move,
But,
yo. Oh,
already
look at that! Look at that!
starting
He pushes him off to the
make
left
their
side.
way now. We're keeping an
Yeah,
eye
he
on
almost
the
pushed him
Arta
off to the
number 8.
grass.
That was
Impulse Z
Mark
makes a
was
move.
involved in a
Impulse Z is
crash
going to move into
on the
third. He's going to
Preludes.
move
We'll
into
talk about
third.
that in a
No,
moment because we've got
he's
some
in
side-by-side
4th. I'm sorry, he's in
action
4th
here
place. They just
between
moved up.
Nomura
Impulse
and
Z is now in
Baguette.
4th place.
And Bertrand Baguette, the Belgian, who's been in this championship for quite some time, knows exactly what he's doing here, and he is having a fine old time of it here, trying to defend from the Prelude. And so far, he's held him off, but well done to Bertrand.
Oh, this is going to be tough, yo. Y'all bear with me, y'all.
Oh, the cars sound amazing, Jonathan. I love the sound of these cars.
All right. So now it's the keeper
Absolutely.
in P1,
82
P2
lap
is the
race,
number 36
and as I said,
GR
we're
Supra.
expecting that at the
Third is the
halfway
number
point
14
between
Ineos GR Supra.
40s,
Fourth is the 12th.
mid-40s will get a
number
pit
12
stop.
TRA Impro Z.
It's compulsory. You can't do more than 2/3 each driver.
HRC
So
Prelude.
just 2 drivers. There will be a reserve driver for some of the longer races. That comes later in the season. Here's the 300 leader.
Is still the same. How it started off. They haven't really made any moves
all
at that
off.
point. Yeah, that middle sector is going to be tough here.
Station
That middle
Vantage
sector is going
GT3
to be
got a long
tough.
history
That's why I
of
think
racing both in Europe.
I was
In fact,
pretty
that's
sure
how
it was going
Charlie
to be a
Fagg got
lot
involved in the team.
of moves that were
raced
going to
for them
happen
in Europe,
this
and
race.
then
A lot of moves.
made the move to
It's a
Japan.
very technical
and
track,
really
man.
enjoying
I kind of think
James
this track
Paul,
is very
another
similar to the
of
Brazil.
the foreigners involved,
Brazil
and there are
track,
several.
John Carlos,
Talk
whatever
about
that track
that
name is.
and the history and how
It's a lot bigger than the Brazil track. It's a lot more
drivers have
wide
been
open,
to
but it's very technical.
basically
You know what I mean?
putting
Very technical.
this championship on the map outside of Japan. Some very successful competitors. I'm thinking of the likes of people like Nick Cassidy, Michael Crum, many others over the years, all the way back to Anthony Reid back in the day. I'm showing my age now, but all of them used to come to Macau and race there. So I got to know the Japanese scene that way. And then during the Asian Festival of Speed, I was able to come on site and watch these races and the Super Formula races. So it's definitely one of my favorite things to see. And turn 1, very tricky indeed. And as you can see, it narrows
Yeah, I
down
feel like
into
this race,
Williams
this
at 2.
track is very
This
similar
track,
to
and then the
Brazil
inner part
track,
of it
man.
is, as you can see,
It's just a lot bigger.
plenty
It's a lot
wide
more
enough,
open.
but on a racing line, there's not a lot of places to overtake, and that's where it's going to get tricky for
Yeah,
the
it's not a lot of
500s.
places to
The
overtake,
Turn 1 is
but
the obvious place.
If you set
Look at
yourself
this,
up right, you can
right-hander
definitely
here, John.
overtake
You're not going to be
somebody.
making any
But you gotta have
overtakes
balls to overtake in that middle sector, man.
Yeah.
You really gotta have balls to overtake in that middle sector. Okay, the Wackos
leading the way, and his last lap of
the number 16
1:20.6, so we're nowhere
Arda
near the
Prelude
qualifying times. I noticed
is
that
setting
the
themselves
times
up in the middle sector
here
to take
were a little slower than they
their,
were
7th place from the number 100 Stanley Prelude.
in some of the free practice sessions and in the test, but I think everybody was a little
Pretty
bit
quiet,
weary
man.
of
Pretty
the
quiet.
higher
Number 61
temperatures.
BRZ.
And
they had
also,
problems
another
in
big
qualifying,
story
but
as we
they're
go
in
back
P23.
to Iguchi in
I'm
the
hoping
Subaru
they can
BRZ.
fix whatever
Brand new
problem they
engine
have.
this year, John, and that's a big story for everybody
Yes,
watching.
exactly.
And
Having that
they've,
GT300, that does
modified that engine,
help the force moves.
And it's
also going to
EJ20
help to
boxer
cause some
engine
damn
now
wrecks.
in favor of the new engine, which is a 6-cylinder, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a flat
Green
six.
Brave
It's
and
a
the
3-liter
Uni Robo
flat
are
six
fighting
jump,
right now in
and
the
that-
middle sector.
that
To see if the
engine has a
Green Brave can
long
set them up. They
lineage.
just
The,
moved up. Green
the
Brave
engine,
is
the
now
structure of that
in
goes way
4th.
back into
Green Brave is now in
25 years
4th in
old,
the
but they're
GT300.
modifying it with obviously new components, modern architecture.
Oh, shit. Hold on, guys. Green Brave.
Really great racing.
and
That's
then
really
Uni
why
Robo.
this. Look at that. That Robbins racing, as they say, but that was a bit of a touch. And yeah, there is no holds barred here in this racing, and you can see how busy it is with 43 cars. And like I said, it might be a pretty decent track, but as they dive through
52 Green Brave.
the inner part of this circuit, really not a lot of room for overtaking. But now, oh, that was that moment, and that was one of the Ferraris there coming up. And let's see, A, if there's a penalty for that, or B, if there's enough damage to the car where it might force him to come in. What you don't want to do is come in before your planned pit stop. And as always, the watchful eyes of the pit.
So the number 4 Hatsune.
So we're
AMG
starting to
is
settle
now
down.
in
6 of the
P6.
82 gone. Fairly clean start. We've had a few bumps and bruises, but
Yeah, it wasn't that many bumps and
everybody
bruises, man.
kind of as
It was
expected.
a very clean start.
With
but I think we really have to
OU leading
like
the
focus
way
on when
on
they
the
have the
Bridgestones.
pit stops. You know how everybody's strategy is going to change. I
for
think
the
with the
pole
number
position car.
61
And
BRZ,
Yamashita in the Tom's
I don't
Toyota.
think that they're
Yamashita,
trying to
the
pit.
current champions, of course.
I think they're just trying to do a no tire change.
Penalty
this whole
stop.
race,
Now
which
this is for
crazy.
the 37.
The number 37
They changed
DLS
engines, and
Supra
that's why
is
he's
doing a
taking
stop and go. They got a
this,
stop and go.
pit
That
stop.
sucks for them.
If you're
So
wondering
number
why
37
somebody came in.
DLS Supra has a
And
stop and
basically
go.
there's a new rule, John, this year that you are allowed
So
just the
that's
one
their
engine
race.
for the season. And that actually
That's it for them.
It's quite a tough thing when you think about it.
Them boys
Yeah,
not
only
winning.
one engine for the whole season. And just, I'm assuming they're searching for durability and making it
Man, let me tell you something. OU in that number 38 keeper super is running.
Like this is
he's running.
Not the end of the world.
He's on the Hoppy Super's ass.
Yeah, so
he's trying to get around on the GT300.
5-second penalty for
They already got lap traffic coming up quick. 6 laps in. They're already running into traffic right on behind the APR LC500. No, I'm sorry, that's not that. That was the NS West.
Got to listen to OU's interview past qualifying, and he's quite a character. He likes to have a bit of a laugh, and said he was really enjoying it. But he said he was really in the mood.
Hasn't changed too much when it comes to
qualifying
positions.
in terms of how much he was enjoying it. But he said, "Don't
got
tell
the
my
number
teammate
8 Art
that."
of Prelude
He said, "I don't want to
on the
frighten
number
him,
64
because he is just a
Modelo
rookie."
Prelude. By the way,
He
has
his own tune, so
gorgeous
we'll see
livery.
him in
And number
action
64
fairly
Modelo
soon.
Prelude is gorgeous. Those
So it is.
turquoise accents, man, it's beautiful.
The number 38.
Okay,
Keeper,
okay.
Super
The
leading way.
number 12 Impulse Z is now on the rookie NSGO Super, about to make a move, going through lap traffic. Let's see who can navigate that.
Super, so it's 1, 2, 3.
Oh, making a
Toyota
move.
at
They're
the
in the
moment.
middle sector.
Now,
He goes around the outside.
Nissans and the
Gino Super
Prelude
gives him some room,
level
kind of
curve.
pushes
Isn't
him
it
out a
good?
little bit. There we go.
that's
Impulse
the
Super
DRS.
just made a
Impulse
move.
Z.
Just made a move. The Impulse
Bertrand
Super,
Baguette. Oh,
Impulse
we got a
Super is
car
now
on.
in P3.
That's
But
our first major
the
incident.
GR86 APR is
See the
off.
number on that car.
It's
the
off
little
the
yellow
track.
eye.
It's off the track.
APR GR86 GT, and it's Nagai at the wheel.
All right.
And I've
Number
got a feeling
12
that could
Impulse
bring
Z
out a
is
safety car very
now in
quickly, because if
P3.
he doesn't get going, oh, he has got going. There we go. Looks like there's a bit of bodywork damage, but I think that was actually just a spin on his own. We'll find out.
All right, guys. Impulse Z.
John, I
Ooh,
was
the
reading your
Impulse Z
notes. You
has
can tell
some
between the two
pace.
categories,
Man,
one
the
with the
Impulse Z
white
has some
headlights
pace. They have moved
and
up
one
4
with yellow.
spots since the race. 4 spots.
That's
man.
a nice way to do it.
Lap
Simple,
8 of
easy
82.
way. GT300 in the yellow and GT500
The
in white.
AUGR,
White lights
the
and
AU
white
Tom's
card
Supra
plaques on the side.
is .925, whatever
Yeah,
from
it's
the
really
38
hard to
Keeper
judge
Supra
until
TRS
now
Z
just what
is
the
almost 2
Preludes
seconds
the
away.
Hondas have got.
So P1 and P2 are kind of moving
just simply
away.
because
They're trying to put some distance in
during
between them,
testing,
but they are moving.
there was some reliability issues, but they also topped the times in one session. So the feeling is, I spoke to Shaska, the Japanese commentator, before the race began, and he believes that the combination of the Supras, straight line speed, will be a bit quicker than the Hondas, and it's still early days, no success weight yet, and so things will pan out, and we'll find out by the end of this race just really what the pecking order is for the season ahead. 7 rounds in all, and we'll be going to Food.
I got a
twice.
feeling that the all-time
Suzuka,
GR Supra
Sugo,
in
another
2,
track
I
I've
think
been
they're
to,
just buying their time.
Topless,
I think
and
they're
it
just
all
trying to see
rounds
what the
out
Keeper
at
GR
Ability
Supra is going to make.
Mategi,
But I think when they're running into
they
car
held
traffic
Super
like they
Formula
are now,
last
I think they're going to try to take advantage
Here
of
comes
it.
your leaders now getting into traffic for the
But
first
it looks
time.
like that number 38 Keeper GR Supra has
And you can take a look
really
at the
good straight
sector
line
times
speed
as well.
because they are pulling away on the home straight every single time they
Still,
hit the home straight.
the
They are pulling
777
away.
D
Now, I don't
station
know if
racing
that's some
car
type
leading
of
in
like
the 300s. You're not missing anything there.
technical
It's being
advantage,
chased.
or maybe it's a tire advantage. I don't know, but they are pulling away. It is a
Right,
lot of
Rabe.
lap traffic going on right now,
And
but
they-
the
Koyama,
GT300 cars are
Koyama
giving
in the
space,
31 in
and
the
they are
APR
playing.
car in 17th overall.
Yeah, I know, Swamp, man. I don't know,
third
man. These boys don't want to give video, bro. If you really
Lights
do want to
flashing
watch
as
it,
is
man,
tradition
you gotta go to racer.com.
from the
You can pay
lead car in the
$33 for
500s,
3
and
months.
now we start to see the
That's
traffic
just the
jams
lowest
as we
price that
dive
they
into
have.
turn one.
I wish
You know,
Motorsport
it's
TV
tight.
would come back alive because
and
that
you
was
really,
a very cheap
you know,
price
we've
that
seen
they
it in
had.
Le
That
Mans,
shit
we've
was
seen
like
it in
$5 or
Sebring
something
and
like that
Daytona,
for a month.
but this is
But
even
shit,
almost
yeah,
even
that's
more
where we're at
now,
right
isn't it?
now, man.
Yeah, we've got
P1,
about a dozen
number 38
cars in
Keeper
that
GR
picture
Supra,
shot
P2,
right there.
36
That's amazing.
all-time GR Supra, and P3 is the number
Lot of
12
respect for this
TRS
championship.
Impulse Z. They have moved up 4
unless you've been
spots
living
since
under a
they
rock,
started the
you'll
race.
know
4 spots.
That the man
And
who
the
is
GT300,
probably the
it's the
greatest
same.
driver in the world currently,
777
Max Verstappen, has shown a huge
P2 is
interest
the number 2
in
Hyperwater
taking part in this championship at some point. And
P3 is the number
been saying in
31
the press about
APR
Formula One, isn't that
LC500.
complimentary? So who knows?
Yeah, man, Japan needs to
Here
give us some fucking some
very
video,
soon
bro. This is
indeed.
great.
And
This
he
is the
already
best
gave
series of
a
racing.
test. He was in the
Listen,
rain,
I've been
actually,
saying this for
Fuji,
years.
in a
Super
Nissan,
GT is
with the Red Bull colours,
30,000
but,
times
he said he
better
loved it. And,
than
read your
Formula
quote
One.
that,
30,000 times better
Chris
than
Medland
Formula
came
One.
up with.
Super GT puts Formula One in
no
the
question
dirt,
about it.
but yet
Max
we can't
Verstappen
see it. Nobody
very
wants to see that
serious
Formula 1
about
bullshit.
his
That
other
shit's so
racing
boring.
outside of
It's
Formula
like
1. He's already
with Super GT, you at least have a chance for everybody's gonna. There's gonna be a different winner every race because of the ballast.
24 hours.
Yeah, you're right. Round one, there's 0 success ballast, so it's just equal footing, man. It's equal footing right
throwing their hand in at sports car racing and a few others.
But listen,
we're going to see more of this in the future.
So the all times in the GR, all
I think
times
it's great. I think it's great.
GR Super
Japanese
and
racing,
the Keeper
I think
Super are split by the Green Brave
Max Verstappen
as lap
as a
traffic
racing
right
driver.
now.
It was interesting what Chris Medland had to say. Actually, I asked his opinion on.
Man,
on
let me see that pace of
and
that
he said,
38 Keeper Super.
I'd like
is crazy.
to see.
Yes, so
Max
much
show
better, man.
just what skills
I don't know,
he's got
Formula 1
outside
just
of
like
Formula
died
1
on me,
because,
bro. I used to watch a lot of it, bro. I got
just
tired
good
of
for
it,
the
man. It's
sport
just
to
too.
see the top
It's just
guy
too
in
much
the
politics
sport
for me, man.
taking on different categories.
I don't know. It's just too.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Listen, man, I didn't like watching Young and the Restless or the stories when I was at my grandmama's house in the 90s. Right? So why the hell would I want to watch soap operas now? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I guarantee you he was impressed. He said it was. He said, and I quote him, he said it was a fantastic car, a fantastic
Yo, this lap traffic is killing the number 36 GR Supra. It is killing it. The Impulse Z has now moved up and is in striking distance of taking the spot from the number 36 Supra.
Murray, in fact,
Man, that lap
doing
traffic
a
is
drive
a beast.
I believe the Japanese.
Yeah, I don't like the cars they race anymore too, man. I haven't really been paying too much attention to it, but I've been seeing they've been having a lot of issues with it.
Good mate of mine. I used to know him back in Macau days.
Man, that TRS Impulse Z is on.
He actually was in Suzuka
the
helping
number 36
Carlos
Supra's
Sainz
ass.
as a sort of driver help, as it were. And then he was sort of earmarked and said, "Hey, do you want to have a go in the Carrera Cup?" And he said, "Oh, why not?" So Carlos was then stuck on his own, while Roberto did what any good racing driver which was to take the drive. Daniel
Lap
Kvyat
11,
will make his
lap 11 of 82.
GT3 debut right now, and with the J-Lock team in the Lamborghini Huracan.
So they got open space. P1, 2, and 3, they have open space. They don't see any more lap traffic right now. So let's see what happens. Let's see if the all-time GR Super can make up some space. Going down the home straight, like I said, that Keeper Super.
Like I told you, those flags are still waving. Taking a slight rest this time.
So let y'all guys know, any donations just help the channel grow, man. I've really been trying to focus on putting more content out when it comes to Super GT. I made a promise to you guys that I was
were talking about the
number
of 24 hours that Max Verstappen was in. You can actually
so I apologize, guys.
That live exclusively in North America on the
trying to do what we can, man. Westport, number 19 Westport, my pick for this year is about to make a move on the number 64 Modelo Prelude. Let's see if they can do it.
Jonathan, I was watching this number 12 Z car.
Last year in the rain.
Man.
Go ahead, John.
I know I keep saying this lap traffic is killing them right now, man. It takes really skill. It takes a lot of skill to really navigate lap traffic.
Yeah, that's.
I know I don't
do
a good job of it.
And he's only 1.8 seconds off the lead itself. So,
but to do it in real life, man,
that's what we want to see.
Because even in karting, I didn't have to deal with lap traffic. You
Going
know
back to the art.
I mean, you do. You know, when you got like a back marker or something like that, right?
It was a surprise, to be honest, because
not to this.
One of the favorites.
They got to deal with lap traffic the whole race.
Overall, if the Prelude comes
that's
good.
Tough, man. When you dealing with lap traffic the whole race.
It was a bit of egg on face.
Man,
they got into a sort of a bouncing situation in the penultimate corner of qualifying. It was a red flag situation just beforehand, so everybody rushed out to try and get a lap in at the end. And the Arta car, the number 8, literally got out of shape in the penultimate corner and then got into the last corner and found itself straight into the tire wall. Here's a nice little move by the 64.
Okay.
And nicely done.
The number 8 just made a move. Hold on.
Akusu, that's
let me see.
Akusu at the wheel of that one. And Igor Fraga will be coming up next in that car. And another guy I've spent some time with, Igor. When he came to
P1
New
through
Zealand.
5 has not really made a move.
There's a few
on
drivers that have come by way
GT500
of.
or GT300.
Well, of course, this is the Gran Turismo circuit. So if you've come up on esports, you'll know this championship and these cars very well indeed. Igor Fraga came through Gran Turismo and came through esports and
Lap
then went into the
13,
real
82.
racing scene. Jan Mardenborough did it before him.
They're moving through these
And
laps,
so
y'all.
esports has become a now catching net for guys.
I'm not
who
going to
wanna turn
brag, but it
into
looks
the
like
real
I might
thing.
be able to stay awake.
Never an easy thing to do, I may add. I remember Jan Mardenborough's day.
Yes,
Like
Igor Fraga, man.
90,000
He's moved
competitors.
up, man. He's now in GT 500, man. I'm proud of him, bro. He came from GT 300 to GT 500. That's
Just
a
one
dream.
chance to
I know
get
it's always
the
been
real
a dream
thing,
of mine to race.
but he did it. Came to Japan.
GT 500 Super GT.
And they made a
So
movie about
I'm proud of Igor Fraga to be able to do it, man.
A good
That's
movie.
cool, man.
So the gap at the front now with 14 laps gone, 2 seconds. So this is good control at the front. But all eyes on that third place
P1,
number
2,
12.
and 3, they're running it, man.
TRS
It's a 4-second gap between P4 and P3, so
0.9
1, 2, and
seconds
3
now
are really
off the lead.
moving.
He's got ahead of the NES.
You sure did. You beat him, man. You should get a.
And then the first.
They should
on the
hire
Prelude's
you,
now
Tyler.
fifth. And that's actually a good start, I think, for Honda.
Yo, welcome everybody watching,
Lot
man. Make
riding
sure y'all
on.
hit
I
the
was
like button.
surprised when the
Subscribe,
Civic
bro.
was
For all your
effectively
Super GT
retired,
news on this side of the globe.
Because it
I
just
try
seemed
my
like a
best
very
to put
small
out there what
development
I
window
can,
to
man.
take a look
I
at
try my
Honda now.
best.
But
So make sure you guys
Prelude
like,
believed
share,
to be
and subscribe, please.
a better fit. And to be fair, the Civic did struggle. And we'll see what it can do. Back with the 300s.
I don't think they gave the Civic a fair chance. I'm not gonna lie. They only gave the Civic 2 seasons.
Vantage
Yo.
leading
2
the way
seasons,
from
but the
Hyperwater,
NSX got like 10. NSX got like a
2,
decade, man.
And the APR.
They only get a Civic like 2 seasons, and then they move to this Prelude like it's gonna be any better. I don't think Honda's gonna do anything with the Prelude. I'm just gonna be honest. It honestly doesn't even look better.
Talking of new drivers, Rikuto
I used to warn a
Kobayashi
Prelude back
promoted
in the day,
from the
man.
GT300 class to the GT500 to partner OU, who's out there right now. And that actually is fairly normal for young drivers to come up from the ranks of F4 and FR and then make it into the 300s, and then if they get spotted and they do a good enough job in that, then they go to join the big class, and that's exactly what's happened with Kobayashi. A lot of people talking about him for the future. Also returning to the GT500s this year, Kaku Ota.
Yo, what up,
is
Fura Damn, bro, I can't say your name.
Hiroki
Fura
Otsu.
Dynamics GSR fighting.
In the Warts supported number 8 car I was talking about, which had that
Thanks, man. Thanks for joining us.
incident. And I mentioned Igor Fraga. Well, he's moved to
Yeah,
the
it's been pretty,
Nakajima Racing Team.
pretty uneventful, man. It's been some moves, but we haven't really seen any too much damage or too much fighting going on.
Of course,
between
retired
GT500
from Super GT.
Yeah, that
And
97 Preludes were nice, bro.
Miyake it is
I used to
who
want one
replaces him in
real
Kondo
bad back
racing.
in the day. They had like a purple color that I used to love. It was like a purple.
Jonathan, you talk about
I
the
think
Prelude.
you know what I'm
replacing
talking
the
about. It's
Honda
like a
Civic.
purplish,
I think Honda's
bluish
with the
purple, but
new
it was
release
very
of a new
pretty. I used to
production
want one
car.
of those.
I think that's a big part of that. And they got a lot riding on a new production car coming out and reviving a nameplate, a beloved nameplate from the 1990s in the Honda Prelude.
Man, shut up, man. Listen, they're not reviving anything.
And
That
let's
new
be clear,
Prelude
just
sucks.
like NASCAR and just
If you
like
want to
any
be honest,
form of
compare the new
silhouette
Prelude
racing,
to the old
this,
Prelude.
these
That's like saying the new
cars are
Supra
made
in
to look
comparison
like
to the
the
Mach
production
4. It's
cars,
not.
but they're anything but.
You know what I'm saying?
And
The
more
number
so
61 BRC
more
Supra
so
just
like
made a
production
move
cars in the
on the
300 class,
Gainer
obviously, but
10XZ.
yeah, they're very much bespoke.
They're not looking too
and
good,
very
low-key, though.
fast. I
That's
mean,
one of my
faster
picks,
than
though.
some of the WEC lap times on similar circuits that they go to. So yeah, with the aero and
Here
downforce
we go with that
that they're able to
BRZ
use, and
with
that's
the
part of the rules that
they
they're
moved
able
up to
to
P20 with the new EG33 to replace
fairly
the EJ20.
creative
See
with
how they
their
go.
aero packages. Let's have a look at what happened
Oh,
here.
the 10X Gainer Z went off. That's what happened. That's how they lost spots, man. Damn.
No harm, no foul. That was Oki, and he is okay.
Yeah, it sure did. Looks like it ate it.
And as you can see,
So
the car
did,
not
man.
damaged.
I don't know. I just don't like it, man. I just don't like a lot of the
Gainer
new cars
10X
these days, bro.
ZT.
I really think we've really digressed as a society. Not only as a society, but
17
also, I think a lot
laps
of our
gone,
cars
as we
just suck,
said,
man.
we're not expecting pit stops.
Yeah, man.
Now,
That
there
Gainer
are
11's
some
not looking
strategy
too good,
ideas
man.
if you want.
I don't know what's
because
going on with that, man.
of
I honestly thought the
way
Gainer 11 was
strategy
going to be
is,
pretty
there's
good
always
because
a
that
chance,
last test,
just saw it there,
I can't remember
of a
where it
safety
was. I
car
think it was
coming
at
out with
Fuji,
an
but
accident.
whatever that last
There's also
official
a
test, man,
chance
that Gainer Z
where
was looking
you might
good.
want to come in early, and you might even
Looking
want to
like
stretch
shit
a set
today.
of tires out create a
But
situation
I tell you who
where
is moving up, that TRS Impulse
or
Z.
you shorten your pit
They
stop
went up 4
by not
positions
changing
from the start.
tires
4 positions,
and not
man.
putting
Now to
as much fuel
P3.
in, but you kind of got to see how it pans out.
And remember, guys, Super GT runs with success
And
ballast,
BOP,
so
as you mentioned,
this is all
is
even right now.
almost,
No one has
this is kind of
any
where it's
ballast, any
invented
weight
in
on their
many
car.
ways,
So
called
this is
BOP.
all even. What you see is what you get right now.
Balance of performance is very much part of sports car racing world over, and I think these guys have got it probably better than most. There's the one BMW. We were talking about that earlier today in qualifying yesterday. It's the lone BMW. We've seen it a lot in WRT with one Valentino Rossi, but the only one here in Japan anyway this season.
Pacific Umasun Nak
good to see the BMW though.
P15 right now. They got some pressure on by the rookie.
Yeah, I love to
number
see
32 AMG. See if they're gonna make a move on him.
Yeah, I love to see all the European cars in GT3, and I think the Japanese love seeing what Europe's got to offer, and it's been that way for many years. And I think the culture's changing, you know. When I first started coming to do Japanese motor racing back in the 80s, you couldn't even rent a car because if you didn't speak Japanese, you literally couldn't read the road signs, whereas now, as you can see, so much in both languages, and the motorsport cultural exchange, I'll call it, is very much in effect now, and teams like Haas with connections to Toyota, World Endurance Championships,
fighting the
many
Modelo Civic.
Japanese
I'm not
drivers
sorry,
now,
not Civic, but the Modelo
and
Prelude
young
right
Japanese
now.
drivers
They're
often
going through the
leaving
middle
Japan
sector,
to
see if they're
come
going to make a
and
move.
find their way
Prelude
into
didn't
Indy
box
Lights
them off,
or IndyCar.
so I don't think this is going to happen
Certainly
right now.
that was the case
Probably
at
going to go all the way
Daytona
to the
in
home
24
straight.
hours and Sebring.
Green
All
Braves,
Japanese entries, and
Green Brave GR Super has a drive-through
Brave
penalty.
GR Super GT of- That's a
Green Brave
drive-through
Super with a
penalty.
drive-through
Now, why were they
penalty.
giving that,
I wonder if they were
Shida
speeding in the pits.
and Noneka. That was nothing, I don't think, beforehand. So that's been something that's happened during the race, but obviously in and out, drive-through penalty.
That's it for their race. Needless to say, he ain't coming back for no drive-through penalty, buddy.
That BMW M4 GT3 Evo, driven by Yusaki Tomibayashi
GSR
and
back to
Yuta
5.
Fujiwara, and they're on the Michelin tires. 4 tire manufacturers down to 1 next year, and I know it's a big debate. Bertrand Baguette was in the press saying that it's a big blow to the series to lose that tire war. And I get it. I get what he's saying. It's very rare these days that we have.
Hey, that APR
an actual
LC 500 is
tire war.
moving. It's
I'm
like
not
a
a
boat.
big believer in it personally.
You can call that the Bentley of the Japanese.
done a lot of
Let's put it that way.
motorcycle racing,
You know how
I
they
like
run the
the
Bentley and they
idea
call it the
that
Boatley?
you know
Let's call the
what
LC500 the
everybody's
LC500
touching the
Bentley.
asphalt with,
It's the
and therefore
Japanese
there's a parity
Bentley.
to that. I know that sometimes when it gets out of hand
be moving,
in a tire war, the money escalates dramatically. Tire companies can make all sorts of different kinds of rubber.
That D-Station
And
Vantage
tires that
is
work
really
for a lap,
moving.
tires that work for
Really
500 laps, tires that work on your road car for thousands of laps or miles. But I don't know. Jury's out. Some people like it, some people don't. What's your take, John? Do you like the tire war? Do you like to see some parity?
Well, first, I'll like your take on laps in the road car, because when I'm driving my road car, I kind of like to think of that I'm doing laps, Jonathan.
Me personally, I think they
But
should.
like-
I know they didn't
do
ask
like
me,
the
but I'm just
tire
going to
war, but I
interject
know
my
that
own
it's
thoughts.
impractical for money reasons
But
and lots of other reasons, and I understand
think that they should
but
just
I
go
will miss it.
just one set of tires, bro. It's just.
Jonathan,
know
you were
what I'm
talking
saying?
about the
It's a tough one.
BMW.
Well, actually,
Evo.
no, I take that back. I
The
think they should
Evo,
do multiple
if
tires
you're not
because it
familiar
makes
with the Evo
makes for some
concept
good
in
fighting.
a
you
race
know?
car like this.
Some
It's
some
basically
teams are good at Fuji and other
an
teams are good at
update,
Suzuki. You know.
like a version, 1.2 or something. In other words, it's a lot of it's typically an aero package in IMSA and probably similar in Super GT, but it's an evolution of the package. That's what the Evo stands for.
Yeah, that Bentley G3 was nice, man. I didn't like driving in the ACC, I'll tell you that much, but that thing was fast
So
in a
20
straight
off
line.
the 82
Westport just made a
completed,
move on the Modelo.
can
Can they
see,
hold it? Can they hold it?
Glide his way through
Nope.
here. Lead car
They don't got it. They don't got it. Westport made a move and lost it. Couldn't do it.
Excuse me, that's the Wed Sport GR Supra Kunimoto.
Yeah, I know. I already
19,
corrected you, buddy.
Trying his hardest to get through.
Yeah, that tire was
What I love
where
about
it's
this
at, man. I
championship
agree.
also is that most of the team managers are superstars, as it were, in their own right. I mean, you know, Daisuke Ito.
Yeah. Now I think about it, I do like the tire war. It's just good, though. You know, it
Aguri
shows
Suzuki, of course.
good competition between
And
them.
I interviewed back in the day when he was racing in Formula One. Satoru Nakajima also. And, of course, Kazuki Hoshino. Kondo. These are Yukio Katayama, another man I interviewed back in Formula One.
The leaders
These are all
going
great
into race,
names of
race
the
traffic
history
right
of
now.
Japan, and they find themselves in team director roles as we go to OU, the youngster, on board with the leader now.
Yo, let me tell y'all something. OU,
That's
at the
right.
beginning of this race, bro, he had his buffs on, his glasses. Shout out to my Detroit people. He had his glasses on, he had his chains on. The boy was shining out there, man. Yeah, he was shining, man. He's feeling good about himself right now. Right now, he moving right now. I'll tell you that much. He's moving right now. He looking like me out there.
Yeah, it's great when you're on board like that. You can really see that it's not one of those tracks where you're flat out the whole time. He's really having to fettle it, isn't he? Especially in the last sector there, coming up on traffic and all the rest of it. He's got more power than he needs for the Okayama.
Like I said
circuit.
before, man, I think this track is very similar to the Giancarlo.
I love the
or whatever
onboard
that
sound, listening to
track is
all
in
the
Brazil.
mechanical
I think it's
sounds.
very similar. Yeah,
It's not
elevation
just the exhaust.
The
It's one of my favorite
elevation
things in
changes
sports car
here are
racing
not
is
as
listening to the
extreme as the
unique
Brazil
sounds
track,
of each car.
but it's very technical. You know what I'm saying? You're on the gas, off the gas, easing on the gas, easing on the brake, letting it coast here, letting it glide here. You know, it's very similar. You know what I'm saying?
Good battle here for second and third.
APR LC 500 trying to battle for second place, see if they can move up. Okay, we got
the battle for 6 and 7
number 100
between
Stanley
Takemichi
Prelude trying to make a move on the
Yamamoto
39 Denzel.
in the number
GR
100,
Super
currently in 7th.
6.
That's the Prelude.
See what they can do.
This race last year in the wet, won by Savoy and Yamashita.
All right, so far, guys, I haven't
They
fell
went on to
asleep.
win the championship. As we just
Hear a
got
bunch of
shot
silence.
on
I'm
the
not
36 coming on to
I
the
promise
final
I'm
straight.
trying not to fall asleep. So it looks like that Impulse Z has lost a little bit of pace. GR Supra, the AU Tom's GR Supra.
Boy,
is
talk about
using the lap
traffic. I
traffic
mean,
to its advantage.
you know, it's busy in most sports car races, but I don't think I've ever seen anything
Yeah,
like
it's
this.
never
It's
enough corner
fantastic.
exit here, man.
I mean, it's just wheel-to-wheel stuff, and every second you look up. I mean, you haven't got
Okayama's
time
a very
to
fun
make
track, though,
adjustments
when it
to
comes to Super
You're in
Formula.
track at the
though.
whole
I like
time,
watching
aren't you?
Super Formula at Okayama. It's very
Yeah,
fun.
you have no time to do anything but keep your eye on your mirrors and out your passenger window, for that matter.
Oh, here we go with the Leon AMG.
Jonathan, we were talking about how fast this series is. You know, this Super GT has a legit.
They just made a move on the Cynthia LC 500. They make it stick,
I
and then the
was just saying,
K-Tunes,
has a
the
legitimate
K-Tune
claim
sneaks
to
in there
be
too. Can
the
they get it
fastest
done?
Sports car racing.
Oh man, look at
talked about
that.
it, but
The
they,
Cynthia
the
LC
cars are quicker
500
than
just
some of
lost
the
2
wet,
positions.
Lap
First to the
times in some of the
AMG
courses, the GT
the
500
Leon
cars
Pyramid
here.
AMG, and then to the
And that's
96
mainly
K2
down to the
RCF.
downforce, right? On the
Get your weight
sort
up,
of mid
partner.
and slower
Get your weight
corners.
up. You're
I
lost.
said probably in a straight line, they're probably pretty equal. But I think the speed traps at Fuji were showing that they were right up there with LMP2. But like you said, once you get the full
Oh man,
spec
I've never
and a
done
full lap,
Xfinity cars here.
Yeah,
I've never even thought about that, man.
And that's why people
they're
like
lighter.
want to do it.
I've never even
They're
thought
lighter
about
than
that,
like
bro.
hypercars. They're so
Mind
they're
you, I haven't
lighter
been
and
on
they're
iRacing in
powerful,
years,
like we were saying, 600-ish horsepower.
I went from
depending on the
iRacing
cars.
to ACC and I never
power
looked
to weight
back.
ratio
I
is
miss
great.
iRacing
Great.
sometimes. I just don't feel like paying the money.
So come on, I'll put you on the spot. If you saw Verstappen here, what would you put him in?
Ah,
The GT500
wow, that's
car.
a good question.
I mean, he tried the Nissan, but I don't think that was necessarily, you know. And I suppose he's got a relationship with Honda.
Of course he's going to
Then
be in
again,
Honda Prelude. What are you
Toyota
talking
wouldn't
about?
balk at putting
They're
him in a
asking
car,
dumb
would they?
questions. If Verstappen
Yeah,
came
you know, if
to
I know
Super
Max,
GT,
he's
he
going to want to
would
be
in
in
Honda.
the in the leaders, right? So you in the and the favorites might be the Toyotas. But, you know, when you said that, my first thought was one of those honking V8 AMG GT3s.
Well, just a bit of an inside story, like we mentioned, Chris Medland, who writes for Racer.
Here we go,
Racer
just lap
fans,
traffic.
keep an eye on his columns. We work with him in Formula One, and he obviously has an inside ear to Max and the others who are interested in this kind of racing, and we will be following that story, because I actually put him on the spot last week and said, you know, how seriously should we take the idea of Max coming somewhere like here and doing more sports car racing? It's clearly something he wants to do, both in esports and in the real thing.
Let me tell you something.
And obviously Red Bull are of a mind to say, go get it, which is very unusual.
I mean, it would boost the popularity of this.
They won't even let you go skiing in the winter.
It would boost the popularity of the series,
other cars,
like, tremendously. Maybe that would open up more avenues for us to be able to watch
those
this
decisions,
without having
and
to
frankly,
do all this weird stuff.
I wouldn't say they
You gotta
encourage
go
it.
here, go here.
But we even heard stories of him
Give our
playing
passport
esports,
here.
or not playing, but
Say the
driving
passport
in
here.
his, for his
Run
esports
5 miles
championship
just to get an antenna
team,
signal. You gotta do all this
during
stuff just
race
to watch the
weekends
race.
in Formula One.
You know?
So, yeah, he's a man on a mission. Here we go, talking about missions. Here's the Mercedes making a move on the Ferrari.
Uh-oh. Hatsune AMG with a beautiful move. In and out. In and out. All right. Hatsune Miku AMG is now in P4.
Yukio Katayama can hardly believe it. He's got a good smile. Well, that's not a smile, but that's about all you get from him.
That was great racing.
Wasn't it?
Hold on, guys. Hatsune BMW.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
Or Hatsune AMG.
That the loser of that battle would agree. Now, here we go. Preparations being made. Here comes the youngster, Fukuta Kobayashi. Did a good job in qualifying and free practice, and has moved up to the big boy team this year. So a big moment for him as he prepares to jump in for his first stint with the keeper GR Super
All
team.
right, keeper GR Super is getting ready to make a pit
window
stop.
opens at lap 27, Jonathan.
They're up almost 3.5 seconds.
Yeah, I say the pit window opens at lap 27, so we could start seeing some pit stops.
3.5 seconds. Pit window
like
opens
said,
up
with
at lap 27.
Track and technical track like this, it's a double-edged sword. You can find yourself embroiled in traffic, and you can see how he's flashing the lights and sort of carving his way through. And I suppose the decision is both based on traffic and also on potential hazards, whether it be a safety car or a red flag or something that just stops proceedings, and that could change your strategy instantly. But
pit window is closed as of now.
Like I said, according to Sasuke, the
27,
Japanese
so look to see the
commentator I spoke to earlier in the day, he believes that the fastest way, if everything's clean and so far it
if
has
Max
been,
does go to Super GT, it would be a lot of broadcasters that would be interested. It would change the sport, man. It would just
already helmet on for Kobayashi.
You know, this is already a worldwide
planning to
sport
make
in
the pit stop
a,
fairly
you know,
soon.
series
Or
in a sense,
they're
but I think it would
prepared
make
just
it
in
way more popular.
And still out front in the GT300. It's D-Station Vantage.
Maybe that's what they need, man.
GR86 and APR LC500.
Number 16, Wacko's, Arda Wacko's Prelude is on the number 100 Stanley Civics.
Or maybe a little gamesmanship.
I'm
putting
probably
on a
gonna
helmet,
say Civic,
Jonathan.
like
good point.
By accident. I'm probably gonna
little
say
fake, a bit like the Formula One. Get the tires out, get the tire warmers
number 19 Westport using lap traffic to his advantage.
Traffic. I don't know how they race in
Oh man.
like a Boshi.
That was beautiful.
Against Kunamoto. Little
Number
change as
19
Kunamoto
Westport
goes up to
using
11
that lap traffic to his
in the number 19. Top
Just
10
made a
scoring
move on
points.
the number
24
23
a win, by the way.
Terra Moto Z.
3 points for the pole position. And you do get points if you are on the same lap as the leader as well. Another part or another aspect of Super GT, which sets it apart from other championships.
I think the pit window is open now at this point.
Back to the battle for second and third in GT300. Now, in comes one of the Lexus.
Lexus is in. The APR LC500, it was in P2, is now in the pits.
So that's our first pit stop. Miki Okayama, who was in that battle before in the LC500, coming in, and Otaka will take over the wheel.
Oh. This is where it gets difficult.
Bit of fuel, new tires. And a driver change.
Driver change for the number 31
Also,
APR LC500.
The K-Tunes RCF car in. And let's take a look and see the
P5
clock
is
ticking. And it does take time to get the fuel
number 56
in, to
realized
get the driver
here
changed.
APR.
And this can be a critical part. Get it right. Could be a race-winning strategy. Get it wrong. And that wasn't a bad change. What's happened here with the 96? Oh, something not right. They haven't got the jacks properly. Well, they have got him up again. But why were they were letting him go? There must be something not
Pit
right.
stop
And it is.
trouble
It's the
for
left
the
rear
96
that
K2's
wasn't
RCF.
connected.
They
So
had,
they let him off the
issues.
jacks, and that was a big problem there, John. They let him off the jacks,
man,
and then they had to
sucks for
redo
that,
it because
RCF,
they haven't
man. It has
actually
some pit stop
locked that
issues.
rear left in. Now they've done it now, but that wasted
sorry.
what, another
Didn't
5
realize
seconds
it's
or
down
so,
in
and he's
fourth.
very, very tentatively coming
fifth.
out of the pits.
My mistake.
Yeah, you saw him hit the air jack, hit the airline to put the jacks back up, and I think it was more closer to 10 seconds.
Keeper
Looked like
GR
to me.
Supra has not made their pit stop yet.
Back
but I
for the
think
leaders.
They're getting ready.
OU looking for that window, and we'll just wait for him to make that stop. 29 laps gone now. We're getting to a time where they're going to be thinking
Kobayashi
they
is the
weren't
fast
already
one, y'all.
about that
Okay,
pit
here we
stop,
go.
so
The number 100
step back
Stanley
to
Super.
that
I mean,
team,
I said
Stanley team.
Civic.
That,
Prelude
as though they got theirs
is getting
wrong,
ready
or
to
they're
go in the
waiting
pits.
for their next man in. Got a quick
Yeah, it was
glimpse there
fascinating
of
to
the
watch the
100.
pit.
That's the
I was just saying, watching the pit stop and looking at the differences of how Super GT does it over other series, but clearly top-level guys and top-level GT classes here in their pit stops as well.
Here we go. Now we're starting to get quite a few cars. We were watching the Stanley 100 team. That's the Honda Prelude GT Stanley team, Naoki Yamamoto and Makino. In the second of the two cars coming in right now.
Stanley Prelude is now in. The
And
number
it must
23
seem so
Model Z
slow.
is now in.
Not an easy
The number
pit
64
entry
Modelo
either.
Civic.
Really tight.
I'm sorry, Prelude is now
Here we
in
go.
too as
Here
well.
comes the 100. Yamamoto out, Makino in.
The number 19 Westport GR Supers in the
So
pit.
far, so good.
Number 23 Model Z's in the pit. Number 64 Modelo Prelude's in the pit.
No drama with this team at the moment. Back with the 19. That's the Wed Sport GR Supra. I think that should be
Pit lane now.
Sakaguchi.
Driver changes for everybody. Makino is now.
Away goes Makino.
Number 100 Stanley Prelude.
Still the flags wave.
Sakaguchi is now in the number 19 Westport.
And it is Sakaguchi who is at the wheel now. Kanemoto has done his stint. 35.5 for the Wed Sport team. And as each of the pit stops are done, we'll shuttle through them. You can see that one in blue on the top left. That tells you that
Yeah, man,
cars
that
that
Prelude
have
does
pitted.
sound good taking off, man. Number 17 Estimo
Comes the 17.
Prelude is in the pits. But I've always said that those Hondas
Mura
sound really
and
good. Me personally,
Koshi
I think
in the Estemo Real Racing.
the Z's, I think
Hondo,
those are
the
the best
Bridgestones.
sounding cars in GT500. I think the
Super Koshi
Hondas
will
are
get
a good
inside
second, and I think the
as
Supers are a third. Me
next man in, there he is. I like the way they use the old tires just to get ready. They've got that time with the fuel.
So Nomura has done his
use him as a stool.
Yeah, literally. And you see how the jacks are attached to that one pull and down it goes. Very quick indeed. Quick blast out of the pits to get the rubber warmed up nicely. And it's interesting how 9 through 14 have all pitted, whereas the leaders are still playing a little bit of a case of who dares wins.
I'm glad you found my channel too, man. Thank you, Tyler. Just glad I can help out, man. The number 16 Art of Prelude is now in the pits. 9 through 14, drivers 9 through 14 are pitted.
Sister car in 8th.
Guys
and this car in 6th position.
The number 6.
Its pit stop.
P6 Art of Prelude has now pitted.
Under the Mugen name now these days. Honda. Oh, for those who've been around motor racing, you'll know that that is synonymous, of course. All things Honda. And the Prelude looking very, very good in its opening stints here. Getting ready to put those tires on.
Okay.
Once
the
the
number
fuel's
36
in, here comes last year's winner of the race, the 36 and the current champions.
They are going into the pits before the number
Red
38
Sato
keeper
will
GR
get
Super.
into
Let's
the
see how
car
this. We'll see how this plays out. Let's see how this plays out.
The
in
Art
the
of
next 10
Prelude
laps.
team. And now we're starting to get some real action.
Yeah, some real action right now. GR Super is now in the pits.
9 of the 500s have come in. But still, the GR Supra in the lead has not pitted just yet.
Let's see if they come back to haunt the number 38 keeper GR Supra. Let's see if they come back to haunt.
And the gap at the moment between Team Impul, who now moved to 2nd place, is some 5.2 seconds now. And that will change, of course.
I'm going to update the
I'm
going to update the leaderboards
Savoy
in 5 laps.
Getting into
I'm going to let everybody get all their pits out the way.
No question.
Number 777 D-Station Aston Martin is now in the pits.
Aston Martin coming in now.
Number 36 all-time GR Supra is now out of the pits. Switch to show Savoy.
And Savoy out now.
Which is the fast one. So let's see what type of pace he puts out there.
Stint. A nice clean stop by.
Okay, the number 38 keeper Supra has now went in. They have to have a really good pit stop. No hiccups if they want to keep this spot.
Down the pit lane here.
They cannot have a hiccup.
Here comes the pit stop for the leader in GT300.
The number 12 Impulse Z now moves into P1.
D-Station, a very accomplished team around the world, I may add. That's Charlie Fagg, the Englishman. He was joking this morning, saying it's a bit early for the Brits to get up and watch him race, but he hopes they do.
A bit early. It's late for me. I'm in America.
And they'll have plenty of opportunities, I'm sure, if they didn't. And if he does a good job today, I'm sure they'll tune in next time.
All right, here we go. The keeper GR Super doesn't look like they're having any problems so far on the pit stop. We'll see if they can get a good time.
38 is in. And Kobayashi will be at the wheel when they get this pit stop done. And now TRS Impulse Z lead for the first time.
Okay. No problems for the the number 38 Supra. No problems. They're leaving the pits.
Out comes the 296 Ferrari.
Hey, what's up, Nick Porter? What's the deal, man? Welcome.
Spoyer just warming up the tires as he comes down the main straight and into turn 1.
All right, guys. The TRS Impulse Z, they have not pitted. The number 14 NES GR Super has not pitted. The number 39 Denso GR Super has not pitted. And the number 8 Art of Prelude has not pitted. So those are the last 4
it's
that
really
have
great
not
to see
went to the pits.
All the different types of cars in the GT300, because you've got all the GT3 cars from around the world, but you've got the specific to Super GT in Japan. I love seeing all the different types of cars.
Okay, we now have the number 14 NES GR Supra. They are now going into the pits.
I mentioned they did 2 tests, one here at OKAYAMA. back in March, a bit cooler then, and then they did another one at Fuji in March 15th and 16th. Here comes the 14. I like the pace of these pit stops too. Get to see the guys working. Sometimes in Formula One it's so quick. Same in WEC. You don't really get to see them work in the cars, but you do here. Still warming the tyres. Oshima at the wheel now of the NES GR Supra. Kazemi has done his stint, and away goes the 14. Nice clean stop.
Number
Nice
14,
little burnout.
GR Super is out of there.
Rubber warm. It's a pretty precarious entry, isn't it? I mean, they're coming down in 4th gear.
Trying my best,
turn
guys.
1, which is fast all the
so
same.
far,
And then into Williams, where it tightens up.
It's my first time ever doing doing the
if
tallies like live and shit.
Where the names
not as hard as
the
I thought.
corners came from. They're all named after great sports car legends from the UK, including Sterling Moss, Brian Redmond, David Hobbs.
All right, so
David
that's
Piper.
the updated list for the.
Quite a few famous names from the 60s and 70s.
Okay, the number 12 Impulse Z is now in the pits,
Hermione.
so I got to remove him again.
Hermione, excuse me, and Bertrand Baguette doing a great job for TRS Impul.
Yeah, man, it's
Have to
tough.
say
So I
that
think
that
you're
was
Central
a very,
Time,
very
Tyler,
good
right?
stint
I think
by
you're
the
Central
veteran
Time, right?
Belgian. Hermione now at the wheel of the number 12. TRS started back in 7th place, so this is actually a really good stint.
Yeah, it's a really good
Baguette.
stint
We
for the
saw it right at
TRS
the
Impulse
start.
Z. Really good stint.
Very aggressive
They moved
from the
up.
get-go, and it's proved to be a very welcome sign for the team because they're right up there. And now the 500's getting in a bit of traffic, coming up on one of the AMGs. Just sliding their way down the back straight. Lights blazing and flashing, as is the international sign for "I'm coming through." I don't know if it works, because you've seen it 1,000 times.
Yeah,
you can see in your mirrors
nobody
who's
pays
coming.
attention.
Yeah,
It
it's
might
not
work.
too late.
So they've rejoined in 4th place, and their sister car, the OUGR Supra.
So it looks like the number 39 Denzel
36
GR
joins
Supra
in
has
5th.
not
That'll be a
pitted.
good battle between these two.
I mean,
They
the
started
Deolite
first and
GR
second, and
Supra,
now
I think they
fifth.
pitted, but I also think that they had a stop
And
and
now
go.
it's the Denso GR Supra that leads the way in the
I don't
39.
really think that counted. You know what I mean? 'Cause I don't think they could change anything for a stop and go, you know?
Sakaguchi at the wheel of the Denso. SARD, SARD GR Supra.
Yeah, I don't think you can change tires on
And now
stop
the
and go.
Arta Prelude, one that crashed in qualifying and had to start 14th, is now 2nd. That said, they haven't pitted yet. So those are the only two. The two first and second in 500 have yet to pit. And then we should get back to shuffle through. But it looks as though the Deloitte GR Supra has overtaken.
Let me tell you something
keeper
right
GR
now.
Supra,
Yeah, all GR
37
Supra
over
is
38.
pushing that keeper right now.
As you can see,
Schultz boy
the
is showing
36
his
getting
face off
involved
right now.
as well.
Just made
So
the
great
move.
battles here.
There we go.
For the lead of the race,
The
with
GR Supra
37 laps
moves up to
gone. Long
fourth.
way to go yet. But already we're getting some side-by-side action, some real hard fighting in the 500s.
Let me tell you something,
This
man.
boy who won this race last year with his
Tell you
teammate
something about that
Yamashita.
GR Supra that all
Yamashita's
times.
done his bit.
It's
And the
nothing
man-
to play with, man.
And the team that started on the front row starting to make its way now and started to show its form.
Okay, we got the Up Garage AMG in the pits. Yeah, they might have.
Seemed like a long pit stop there for the
Yeah.
AMG, but probably got it in hand.
The thing about it is, when they did that stop and go, the pits were closed though, so I
Slower
don't think that they were able to
pit
change
stop
the
here
tires.
for sure, and you can see the difference between the 500s and the 300s. Quite distinct.
Because the pits are open during red
A little
flags,
bit more
though, you know?
casual.
If I'm not mistaken.
Off the jacks he comes and away goes. The up garage.
Hey,
Yellow and black.
I'm not
Number
gonna lie.
18.
That AMG sounds beautiful. It sounds mean.
That car starting, what, 13th?
Yeah, because the piston closed. The piston opened until lap 27.
Upgrade AMG
and that
GT3.
Eli Super went into the pits in lap 5, I believe, lap 5, and it was a stop and go. I think if they did a
real
stop and go
surprises just yet.
when the pits were open, I think it'd have been okay.
If anything, impressed by.
All I know is on ACC,
Prelude
if I do a stop and go,
debut.
I can't do pit. Like I can't change the tires.
There's the open house Hurricane. Lamborghini just behind the Hyper Water GR86. That's first and second now. Then Tenny Hurricane in third position. So Lamborghini having a good run for now, but they have yet to pit. Same as in the 500s. The early pit stops with the cars that are further down the order and the leaders waiting to pit. So the top three yet to go in. And that will change the order again. And the Pacific BMW should move up the order. He's currently 5th in the number 9. But they will get an advantage at least for a few laps while the leaders make their pit stops. And of course, just looking at the number 11. The Leon Pyramid AMG, or the champions of GT300 last year.
Looking at
and
the back
in fact,
of
they
it.
won this particular race, which was very different conditions, as I mentioned. The wet weather from last year. I watched the entire race the other week, and it was about 3.5 hours. Much longer than it was expected to be, but there was just so many incidents, and so many red flags, and so many safety cars, and times where it was just so wet. Now in comes the 39. And that's from the lead. It's interesting in modern motorsport. Back in the day, drivers would talk to each other briefly, but there's no need now. They've got all the information they need. The team can tell them what they need to tell each of the drivers. Pass that information down, but a nice clean pit stop. Ooh, we've got a stop car, and it's the Hoppy.
The Hoppy GR Super is stopped.
Hirachi stopped on track, and funnily enough, in free
Stopped on
practice,
track.
that
We don't have
car
any flags or
pulled
anything
off,
like that.
and
No
so
yellows
another
or
problem, but he's got
nothing
it
like
going. Well, we've had a few incidents that just haven't stopped the flow of this race, and that's always good news. Not sure what that was, John.
Yeah, I don't know. We've had several cars stop like that and then get back going. So you're right.
You probably accidentally turned off the car like I do. Thomas.
Nope.
You ever been driving and you accidentally hit the ignition
Realized
button?
car.
Yeah, that sucks.
Pretty much through the pit stops, and we are what, lap 40 of the 82, so we are at the halfway point, and you can see, if you look at the GT3 positions, that most of the cars have stopped now. This is the 56.
So number 56 realized the GTR is now in the pits.
It should be at the wheel.
Lap 41 out of 82.
Kimura. Realized Nissan. Been a quiet day for the Nissan entries so far.
Seeing the tail lights of a GTR, Jonathan, kind of makes my heart race a little bit. I know that they've ended production of that R35 on the road, but that's just such an iconic road car and race car, the GTR.
Yeah,
well, that's the point,
iconic,
isn't it?
but
I mean, just like any
we're about to phase this shit out. They're about to move on to the Z.
Silhouette or not silhouette series, it is all about showing off the brand and the mark. Ooh, it's so tight, isn't it? They're coming at a lick into that first corner when guys are coming out of the pit lane.
All right, the number 2.
And here comes the Hyperwater
GR86
car,
in the
currently in 3rd when it pitted.
I'll update the standings in a little bit. It's just too much to do it right now.
On the right-hand side and to the driver's side. Ying driver just helping out his teammate as they make their change. Arabe and Sumi coming in to the Hyperwater number 2, and away they go. So 2 Lamborghinis leading the way now in GT300, but for how long? Yet to pit, both of them. And the other one is the Ponus 296, the Ferrari number 45 in 4th place. So there's just 3 of the GT300s now yet to pit.
I'm keeping a close eye on those Ferrari 296s because that's the car that my son mechanics in IMSA. There's 2 Evos and 1 standard car in the 296 Ferrari.
For the racer fans out there, what would you say is the difference between that car that your son mechanics with and the 296 that we have? Very similar, I would have thought.
Yeah, very similar. We sat and watched some Super GT the other night, and they're basically the same car. He talked about the rules differences of the wing angle according to, you know, a balance of performance type situations, but he said the cars looks almost identical.
Well, yeah, they're FIA GT3 standards, so they're going to be the exact same. Some differences, but they're going to be pretty much the same in regards to like build.
Of course, back in
a
few years ago, back in about what 2010 or so.
Rally Croatia.
It was a good crossover between DTM and this series.
And Racer too.
They did actually run together at one point. It never quite worked out. DTM kind of went a different way, and Super GT stayed with this particular format, and it's been very successful. And I think actually the quality of driver and the quality of cars involved in this championship, and we've mentioned it, but that's why ex-Formula 1 drivers like this man, Daniel Kvyat, making his debut in a moment. I like the lid.
Yeah.
I mentioned that we had the joy of taking him to NASA of all places, and he ran into a cosmonaut. Created quite a stir actually, because that wasn't planned, was it?
It was in the hallway. We were walking down the hall, and he started talking in Russian with a cosmonaut.
I know, and they had a big photo. Here comes the Lamborghini, the number 88 then. And that will be a chance for Daniel Kvyat to get into the car. He's been with Lamborghini for a while now, but this is all new.
The number 8 Arda Honda Prelude is now in the pits. I think they're like the last to pit. Yeah, I think they're the last.
Grigore.
Yeah, exciting to have Daniel Kvyat.
Kashi Grigore getting out. And a fairly uneventful pit stop, which is what you want. And a debut for Kvyat. Yeah, I mentioned Stroll doing some GT racing.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention, man.
Logan Sargent also now.
Yeah, like I was telling
factory Ford drivers
Honda earlier, man. I really don't have a lot of time to pay attention to other races. So I can only keep up with Super GT at the moment. That's tough right now.
Yeah, Stroll and his team had a rough afternoon, though.
If I was making money off YouTube, I could probably do more.
Full stop. You know, I felt for him. I thought to myself, yeah, this is a good idea. You can get away from the
my day job. I had to do so much design
and have some fun. But it didn't turn out that way.
Come home and do a lot of YouTube.
So just two more stops for GT300 to complete their entire field. 45
but I do so much
laps
design at work. It's just tough to come home and then have to still do design for YouTube. So
no driver is allowed to do more than
sometimes
two-thirds of each race.
My creativity sometimes lags on
rule.
YouTube. But I gotta stop doing that though. I gotta actually take it more serious.
There's Miki Koyama, who did the first stint, having a think about some of the trials and tribulations she was in, but now she's happy. She sees herself on TV. Hi! She was deep in her thoughts then, wasn't she? She was going through the whole thing of how
it was like,
look
up.
Down, and we caught her in that moment, and she was like, hang on a minute, I'm doing my own debrief here, leave me alone.
That's great. The camera caught her.
Otaka now at the wheel, though, of this very same car, the 31.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say, guys, I think the number 36 GR Super is gonna take it. I think Keeper Super is gonna get second. Actually, low key though, the Impulse Z might get second, and the Keeper Super might get third.
Down in 11th place at the moment.
I don't know, we'll see.
And now just one car to pit as
they're spending a lot of time on GT300, guys.
Entire field
so
in GT300 and the 500s.
I really can't. I can't update the GT500 yet at this moment.
Yeah, 20 laps, Jonathan, from 27 to 46, almost 20 laps difference. Jonathan, you said you've been to this circuit. I love the way it looks with the topography and the trees. I know it's out in the middle of nowhere, right? It's nowhere near a big city.
Yeah, that honest is the only not drawback, but it's the only thing that kind of holds it back from being. It was a guy called Tanaka who was a golfing mogul, had over 50 golf courses in Japan, and decided to make it one of the first sort of private circuits, almost as a leisure thing rather than.
All right, there we go.
This kind of circuit. So that was the plan in the first place. So he didn't really care too much.
Yeah, all times is a beast, man.
But then when they got Formula One and NASA,
I don't know. Honestly, I think they're going to get a 3P, yo. I think it's going to be a 3P. I think they're going to.
Major city.
I think they're going to win this year again, too. I'm not going to lie to you.
Issues. The first Pacific Grand Prix that I went to, we actually got bussed in.
They're just fast, man.
But of course that was
they're just fast, and they don't share their information with the other supers.
But it is a bit remote.
I mean, their other teammates that deal like GR Super, I think they share information with them.
Because you're so close to the track.
I guess it's kind of why they're doing.
So it's very enjoyable.
Good, I guess, in a sense.
A fan, you can go out and see a
I'm
lot
still
of
trying to figure out how the
from
DLA
pit lane.
Super is in P3 right now.
Back to
them boys had a stop and go.
Corner,
They had a stop and go. How
back.
are they
so
in
it's
P3
one of those
right
circuits where you really do.
Maybe it's going to come back to
get
haunt
some
them
really
later,
good
but I don't
vantage
get
points.
it.
You can see where the crowds are coming into this.
They might not have
right-handed,
changed. I'm
but,
telling you, I don't think they changed tires, man.
That's a good plus for it.
I don't think they changed tires. So I think they're just going to have to do another pit stop.
So
I think it's a bucket
circuit.
list location, Jonathan, for me. I would love to go there.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I'll give you an example of how you learn the culture so quickly. I remember Sunday morning, race day, I was coming into the pits, and it was like, I don't know, 8:30 in the morning, and there was hordes of people. I mean, like lines of hundreds and hundreds of people waiting to get in, I thought. And I thought, if I missed something, is there a race that and I started to panic a little bit, thinking I was missing something. And the truth is, it was just the line for the autograph session that didn't start till 11 a.m., and it was 8:30 in the morning. And that is how keen the Japanese fans are to get the autographs of their heroes. And
well, I've seen some of the hats that we see in Formula One. I saw a hat yesterday with the aerodynamic wing and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right, Tyler. Because the DLite Supra, they're really fighting the number 12 TRS Impulse Z. The Impulse Z is really putting pressure on them, but they're fighting. So they're obviously, you know what I'm saying?
Kotaka getting through on last year's champion, the Leon
Pyramid. I think DLite
AMG.
GR Supra, I think they got the pace, man. I think they really got the pace.
His teammate, Koyama, deep in her thoughts.
Oh, let me update the GR.
Watching him, I'm sure. Learning.
I'm enjoying listening to that Lexus. I have a friend who has a Lexus 500 road car, and with a glorious 5-liter V8. It sounds very similar to that, believe it or not. It's a gorgeous sounding car.
No question. Right, we've got a replay. Just just a very good overtake.
Yeah.
That is how you do it.
Well
At turn one, the obvious place for an overtake. So we've now gone through, and that is the TRS Impulse Z that made that move, and currently in third. So we've now shuffled back now, and in the 500s, it is the OGR Supra of last year's winners of this race and the current champions who lead this race. They've got ahead of keeper GR Supra that led from pole position at the start of this race, and we'll try to get it back. The Nissan, as you can see, trying to make hay, trying to get rid of the
Okay, the
traffic,
DLA Supra is now in the pits. They're falling down, falling down, falling down. Yeah, I know I wasn't tripping.
GR Supra of 14.
That's their second pit. Either that's going to be a benefit to them, or I don't know. But that's their second pit. They're now like in P9, yo. So
Okayama, but not a bad showing by Honda either. Prelude's in the mix for sure, and you never say never. It's been a very clean race so far.
Yeah, and
I would
clean
say
from a.
Honda have held their own, especially when you consider that Toyota would be favourites for this race given the qualifying and the history. But they're certainly going to be taking it to Nissan for sure.
And clean from a we haven't had any mechanical failures either.
Not really. We've had a couple of stoppages on track, which we really haven't got the answer to, but they've rectified it, or they've righted it. So no harm, no foul, so to speak. Yeah, that
got a lot of
we talked
rookies.
about Subaru earlier. Lamborghini getting amongst it. And in GT300, it's now the Green Brave GR Supra out front, getting ahead of the D-Station Advantage, who, of course, were pole position for the race. So we've had a similar swap there in the 300s, and Hyperwater now in that GR86, number 2. In third position, the APR LC500 dropping to 4th place in the 31. And then the current champions, Leon Pyramid, AMG, and Hatsuni. AMG in 5th and 6th place. Kvyat currently in 7th in his first run in Super GT. Should be seeing him, I hope, towards the end of the season. Yeah, you mentioned that Subaru BRZ R&D Sport has got a new EG33 based 3-litre horizontally opposed 6-cylinder twin turbo engine, and I know that gets you excited, doesn't it?
Well, it does, because it's such an interesting choice. Because, like I was saying earlier, the architecture is decades old, but they needed some more oomph. You know, they've been running the 2-liter. Now they've got a 2-liter flat 4. Now they're going.
Hell,
to
the
a
EJ20 was
6.
decades old. They went to the EG33 because it'd probably be better displacement. Honestly, they got more power now. They just got to figure out this whole
they had their problems
understeer problem. The number 6 Unirobo just made a move on the
track time.
Number 5 Machiasian MC86.
Sauer said they were able to complete, what, 30 to 40% of their run plan during testing, so it's not been the easiest
the EG33, I think that was in the
runs
the
to get to this point.
SVX or
now we're looking at a great battle.
One of those old-ass cars. It looks
wheel to wheel.
It looks weird.
Nose to tail. All the way down from Kvyat down to the Car Guide 296 Ferrari.
It's like a weird spaceship looking at Subaru from like the 90s. They got that motor out of.
There is just no time to relax here. There's not even a long straight, really. I mean, not long enough where you can relax. You're coming out of that last corner, and before you know it, you're diving into turn 1, and you're into this kind of Fest.
I think Okayama low key is. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like Okayama was a Honda track. I know Fuji's a Toyota track.
Tell you what, that Prelude does look good.
Suzuka's a Honda track. But I'm not really too sure.
7 rounds.
I just know Toyota usually I mean, them boys just dominate, period. I don't know what to do about them.
The art of Prelude. Gori Suzuki.
But I'm not really too sure if Okayama is a Honda track.
Makino in the 100 machine just behind. So they run 6th and 7th at the moment. And in fact, the Estimo Prelude's still 8th.
Yeah, those windows and those doors are wild.
And the 2 Nissans, 9th and 10th. So they've got.
I think they only ran that.
A run
I think it only had one production,
on the
right?
Nissans
Just 1 year.
For anything to go by, it's still not the end of the race by any means yet. But so far, so good for Honda.
Funny, we call cars like that, like, yo, man, they had a very futuristic look. But that car was, like, based off of what we see now, is it futuristic? I mean, it kind of low-key looks like a Tesla a little bit.
They should be fairly even yoked, those two.
Hey, no problem, Nick, man. Hey, thanks for joining us, man. Thank you for subscribing, man. I really do appreciate it, man.
Racing.
I really appreciate you, man.
In Japanese racing, both in Super Formula and here in Super GT. I remember watching Kondo race in Formula Nippon back in the day.
Okay, number 36. Number 36, GR Supra, is 11 seconds ahead of number 38, Keeper GR Supra.
Now, we've talked about the Subaru, the BMW, and the Aston Martin, but there's all of which are one of each make. There's also one more that we haven't talked about, and that's the Porsche, the 666.
Yes, good point.
A lone Porsche.
Which seems strange, because any other championship of sports cars, then there'd be 100 of them, wouldn't there?
Yeah.
Well, as I mentioned, Roberto Barry winning the Porsche Carrera Cup in Japan recently. It's still a popular car, racing-wise, in Japan, as it is around the world. But yeah, very few, and I'm sure more will come. Good battle here for 5th and 6th. Between the 65 and the 4. Ramo and Taniguchi going at it. You can see nose to tail. There's nothing between them, is there? The question is, where do you make the overtake? If you don't do it here, you can't do it on the outside, or can you? Not easily. Look, gets stalled out effectively if you go wide.
Oh, guys, it froze on me, guys. Hold on. Trying to figure out what's going on. It froze on me, guys. Sorry. Okay, there it is.
Just a break
yeah,
up
they
there.
did say that. They did say that Okayama was
back
a golf
to the
course.
action, and it is frenetic too as we go on board with Chio. That's Umasa Chio. Let's ride with him.
Yeah,
How good does that sound?
They said it was
That
a
was
golf course
awesome. That was
before
great.
the
You
race.
could see the violence inside the car, couldn't you?
Yeah, it's something that, you know, people who don't ever go in a high-performance car don't realize just how violent it feels. I mean, they're not built. They're built for speed. They're not built for comfort at all. And it's only when you go on board you get a real inkling for
He
it.
said they're not built for comfort at all.
Yeah,
Can
you
you
are
tell me a
pushing
race
these
car
cars
that's
to
built
the
for
very limit, and it's not a comfortability
Race cars are
exercise at all.
extremely uncomfortable.
Look at this battle.
Yeah. Couple of Nissans going at it. Realize and the Motor Z. Vittori and Chio.
I do love listening to the onboard because I love listening to the transmissions because that's the one thing about a race car versus a street car. The transmissions are very different. And most of them are made by a company called X-Track. And they're made for racing and very robust and very expensive.
I never heard of X-Track transmission. Yeah. I need to look it up. He said most of the transmissions.
One Korean driver out there, Lee Jung-woo, grew up watching Video Option in Korea and also Top Gear of all things, but fell in love.
Number 8 Arda Prelude is on the Web Sports ass right now.
And watching it on TV and now getting to do it for the real thing.
They could not get
and finally the 8 Arta car.
Oh, they did.
Coming to the fore now.
Turn, they made a move.
As Ota gets ahead of Sakaguchi to go up to 11th
just
place.
a second on that Green Brave
an easy
Super.
run
Let me check.
for the Arta number 8 after
They
that
haven't
incident in
shown the times
qualifying.
yet.
They did rebuild it overnight and got a clean bill of health. And as you see, it was quite a big hit actually.
I really wish that they would stream the times, man. Because if they streamed the times, I wouldn't have to do this manually.
And they went straight
you know what
into
I'm
the
saying?
tire wall.
Yeah, that Impulse Z, man.
On the entry to
they
the
moved
last
up.
corner.
They were really aggressive in the beginning. I don't know.
This is a good battle. They are not.
I don't know if they're gonna move
back,
up anymore, but
wow, we're giving in.
But I got you. I got you, Chuka, on the.
The problem is on this. Look at this traffic ahead of them. These guys are trying to race, and look at what's ahead of them.
Wait for it to pop
and on the inner part of this track, it's only until they get onto this back straight here, on the exit of this corner, that they've got a chance of getting through some of this traffic as they battle each other. Here we go. Now, again, they're on the front straight, and that is the obvious
If y'all remember,
place
but
for an
that
overtake.
TRS
How many
Impulse
can
Z,
you
that used to be
overtake?
the Calsonic
None.
Z, the Calsonic GTR too.
Got
as well,
behind.
if y'all remember.
And now the Arta's got one of the AMGs in front of him. And this is really dicey, because what the 8 doesn't want to do is lose the battle that he was in, and he's lost. Well, he's lost 2 cars, he's gained 1 back. But this is classic Super GT racing. You've really got to have
Oh man, that's cool,
this
bro.
is incredible stuff.
I've been
8
wanting to get
cars,
back into
all
like
different power,
into building like
different
RC
miles.
cars, man. My brother used to do that
Meanwhile,
when I was younger. He used to build the gas
side
cars,
their
man.
way
But that's
through
cool,
in their
man.
own battle.
Did you get the Tamiya
Now's the chance to make some
off
overtakes
of
down this back
Amazon?
straight.
Okay, the Green Brave Supra is in the pits, y'all, so they're not lead by anything anymore. The DLite Supra has retired.
That's a retirement for one of the Tom's cars.
The DLite Supra has retired. They are in the pits now. They're in the garage. So, yeah.
That was a really strange retirement, wasn't it?
I wonder what happened.
Yeah, it was.
In terms of we didn't really get any incident to show why. So finally they've cleared that traffic, or at least for now. They've got a bit of a clean space to go racing again. That was pretty drama-filled, making their way through that, and now they're back at each other.
No, I didn't see yet. They haven't said what happened. Okay, the D station is back in P1.
Saw a glimpse of the parking lot, Jonathan. I always wonder if people are driving their cars that are matching the race cars on the track, whether they're driving a Nissan Z or a new Honda Prelude or.
Nobody's driving
I just
a new
think that's
Honda
a big part of
Prelude.
sports car
Stop.
racing.
It's not happening.
Big time, yeah. That car that was retiring, I think that was Giuliano Alesi. In fact, I'm pretty sure.
So the
it was on
Hyperwater
the
is
course
10
of
seconds behind the
great
D
Jean
Station
Alesi.
Vantage. D Station
France.
Vantage is 10 seconds ahead of the Hyperwater GR86.
His son Giuliano has been racing here now for quite some time. Came through the ranks in Europe. In fact, was a Ferrari Academy driver at one point. As we take a look at the second place Hyperwater GR86. As D-Station Vantage go back into the lead, and he's flashing his lights to no avail, I don't think, at the moment, because there's nobody to flash him at. It's 10 seconds behind. And there is the APR LC 500, number 31.
The APR LC is 19 seconds
fresh air
behind
ahead of him.
The 777D station Vantage. They're
3
9
seconds down
seconds
the road,
behind
though.
P2.
Both the GR86 and the LC 500 catching up to do with the leader 10 seconds
nice,
ahead.
man. Yeah, I'm gonna go to one of these hobby shops on
So yes,
Saturday,
Giuliano
actually, low key, that'd be some good
retiring
content
from this race.
Yo, that'd be some really good content. Hey man, thank you, Chuka.
And that was the one of
I'm gonna make some content like that, bro. I'm gonna actually try to go to one of my hobby shows shops and see if they got any.
But I've got a feeling that things weren't gonna be their day.
Got
Anyway,
any Tamiya model cars to build. Yo, that'd be really cool, man. Thanks for that idea, man. I know you didn't, you know what I'm saying, but thanks for that idea, man. For sure. Yeah, I think the translator's a little new to racing, but we'll let them make it.
Just ahead.
And like I said, I don't know everything about Super GT.
Pyramid AMG.
I'm still learning as I go. Cause there was like a good 5-6 years, low key. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was like a good 5-6 years. I didn't pay attention to any Super GT. Racing wasn't even the thing. But then when I got into karting. When I got back into racing, I got into karting, and then, yeah, hopefully they do, man. Hopefully they do have some Super GT models. If I go get one, I'll probably build it on the channel itself.
In the R&D Sport, Dunlop Shaw GT361.
So that Leon Pyramid AMG in P5, it moved up 6 spots
of the Lamborghini,
from
very distinctive.
The beginning of the race. The number 5 Mach MC86, GR86, whatever, it moved up 12
series
spots.
in Asia for a couple of years.
666,
became a very good
779,
young Italian drivers who were
number 61
sent out to Asia
8 spots. So that's
take
pretty
part.
good. It's pretty good for the BRZ.
The Lamborghini series.
The Green Brave is back out there in
P6. Very good drivers.
Well, they've got the most cylinders of any car out there with the big V10 in the Lamborghini.
Yeah, it's great sound. Shosa Boy continuing to lead on the Bridgestone shop. 500 at the moment ahead of the youngster Kobayashi. The gap's up 9.7 seconds in the 500s as we take a closer look at least at the 300s. And the gap pretty similar, 10 seconds in the 300.
The Keeper Super is running into a lot of lap traffic right now,
desperately,
which is really hurting him right now.
To get inside his way through traffic. I wouldn't want to be in a 300 given that the faster cars
Yeah, they're pretty fun. I had a GT86. Well, at the time it was a Scion FRS, but I had a Scion FRS, aka.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it. It's about an 8-second per lap difference on average. Let's say maybe a little less.
Yeah, I think I've seen some of those older Toms.
That's a pretty big difference, and that's sports car racing.
And they were saying that the evolution, if you will, of the aero packages of the 300s has given them a lot better cornering speeds, and they're not as slow as they used to be in comparison. And so on tricky tracks like this, it can be quite a battle to get past.
Yeah, there's that number 5 car. That's the only car out there that's running the mother chassis.
Yeah, why don't you explain that? That mother chassis got me.
Yeah, the mother chassis is an actual. It's like a factory chassis. It was originally to be able to enter into the sport with less money, right? You kind of got an all-in-one package that you can use. But down to just one car.
Yeah, and I think that it's been around a while, and it's had
yeah, I had it when it was a Scion FRS. Yeah. I think right after that, Scion, Toyota just got rid of Scion.
Competitive, but you never know.
They started making the GT86 and the BRZs, but I thought it was a pretty fun car to drive.
This battle, and here comes your leader again, Boy, and Yamashita.
I think it was pretty ambitious though for Toyota.
GR Supra, their sister car,
to get
already
together
retired.
and create the car. I actually like the car. I think it was. I think the ones that are out now look better than the older ones.
It was given a 5-second penalty for engine change. Only one engine allowed.
So the number 36 Supra is 11 seconds ahead of the Keeper.
Into how you go racing. Times maybe generally just a little bit slower. if you're not trying to push the engine to the very limit, because every time you break an engine, there is that possibility. Now you can rebuild, but it is the cost-saving mechanism to make sure that you're not just throwing engines each and every weekend.
Now Toyota getting with BMW to make that Supra, that's something
program?
I don't agree with, but I have personal reasons for that car.
Charlie Fagg continuing to lead. Kente Yamashita, that's the teammate, of course. He's done his stint. He looks very fresh-faced, doesn't he? Look as if he's been in a race.
Yeah.
So track temperature
Young,
has actually gone down a little bit as the afternoon has gone on. It's actually cooled down,
Okay,
and that
guys.
may help with
I haven't
tire
fallen asleep.
management.
Lap
Closing stages
63.
of this. With 63
So what
laps
we have?
into the 82-lap race,
I
it's
mean,
been hugely
what do we have,
clean
like
so
18
far.
more laps left. Yeah, 18 more
Compared to
laps.
last year, that Porsche maybe loan out there, but he's getting it handed to him at the moment. You can't find a place to get anywhere out of anybody's way. Sven Muller, first time we've mentioned him.
Oh man.
In the 7
Yeah,
by 7,
man.
911.
I'm getting old, man. It's kind of tough to stay up sometimes, man. I'm not as young as I used to be.
Another one of the Europeans from Germany coming over to race here in Japan.
I saw,
It's
man,
interesting
Super
names
run.
like Muller.
Oh, they run?
And Charlie
Super
Fagg
cars?
and
Okay.
James Paul.
Yeah, it's a good
Not
Toyota
names
weekend,
that,
man, because they about to win
household
this
names
race
by any
too.
means, but that's the beauty. I
You
mean,
got
when
a
you think Alex
Toyota
Malone,
and P1, P2,
made his
P4,
mark, if
and
you will.
P5.
He was right here in Japan, did Formula 3, and actually was third in the Formula 3 championship
fast-ass
here
Nissan
against
in
two of the
P3.
drivers that are out there right now. So, yeah, if you wonder
I don't
where
know, man. I'm telling you, I think
super
that Impulse man.
drivers come
I
from
think they're
a
gonna
lot
do
of the
something
time,
this year,
or
man.
super GT drivers go on, they start winning in Indy, Formula 1, WEC, you name it. So a lot of household names have come through the Japanese series. I thought it was very
Yeah,
interesting that
I really didn't
Alexander
follow
Wirtz,
like supercars
the
too
Austrian
much. I think I
ex-Formula
did a
1
little bit
driver,
of supercars like in Gran Turismo, like some of
McLaren
the cars they had
test
in there.
driver,
But I
has
didn't
both
like.
his sons racing
have
here.
them, like,
Charlie Wirtz in this particular field, and Oscar Wirtz also racing in single-seaters here in Japan this year. Charlie Wirtz, of course, a FR champion in his own right. Won in New Zealand a couple of years ago, and I was there to see it. Ooh, that was a nice move on Kvyat.
The names that have come through Super GT, Tom, is huge, right? Jensen
That was
Button,
the
Aki
BMW,
Kobayashi.
my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, but there's so many big names. Kumi Kobayashi, like
Yeah.
you said, Alex Palou, Sebastian Buemi, Brendan Hartley, Mike Conway, Nick Cassidy. It goes on and on, doesn't it?
Yeah, I remember when I did this particular race, I remember coming out of the hotel one morning and there was Andre Lotterer. I was like, I know that guy.
That's great.
But yeah, Loic Duval, a lot of them have raced here in Japan and then gone on either to WEC or to single-seater racing.
Smiles.
That's the equivalent of fingers crossed, isn't it, really?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a combination of hi, how you doing, and I can't talk right now because I'm crossing my fingers.
That's it. That's it exactly.
Love the paint scheme. That's what I love is the intrinsic way they go about design in all aspects of racing here. You know, just, I mean, each one of these cars is a piece of art, isn't it?
I love the Japanese culture and the way they so much care is taken on everything. Yeah. It feels like.
Well, it's so meticulous. I think that's the word.
That's it. That's it.
So that D-station lead is now up to 11 seconds, and it varies between each lap, obviously, given the traffic. Some laps you're up, some laps you're stuck in traffic. It's a case of where you get to that traffic. And as we come down to the nitty-gritty of this, just may be a traffic situation. I'm amazed at how clean this has been, John.
Yeah, amazing.
Well, for an opening race of a season where people are still kind of wiping off the dust and the rust from the winter. Sure, they've had
lots
two
of
tests,
rookies in the field too.
Test a test. Yeah. Shout out to the number 7, Ferrari 296 of Zach O'Sullivan and Rimai Ito. Car Guy MKS Racing Team on the Yokohamas. Representing Ferrari. They too, you mentioned the Evo, they've got the GT3 Evo. Zach O'Sullivan, another one of the Brits that's come over to race and has been racing here for some time. You know, I'm sure as Racer and America and Canada get more and more into learning about this series,
I can't show that, no.
A few more interests in drivers.
Oh yeah,
wanting to
but
be here,
I was
wanting
trying to say,
take part in it.
guys,
And
I do
you
UI
talk
UX.
about the Japanese culture.
And I'm making
I
a
would go
sim
one
racing
step
gear
further
app.
and say
That's
the
what I
Japanese
just showed.
racing culture
It's
is
basically
also,
affordable sim
certainly
racing
for
gear
a young
that
driver, a
it's
really
quality
good
tested.
environment.
Because a lot of
I
times
mean,
we
you've
get a lot of
gentlemen
sim
drivers
racing gear and it's
here,
not
you've
quality
got
tested.
ex-F1 team
i.e.
managers,
Fanatec, blah, blah,
drivers
blah.
that are now team managers.
So
You've
yeah,
got a
that's
lot
what
of
I'm trying to do now. I'm
experience.
trying to make an app
Talked
in
about
regards
that
to that. And then it also pairs
preparation
you
of the
with
cars,
really
the
good
mechanics.
shipping.
You know, it's a good
So it'll
environment.
be affordable shipping, fast
Find
shipping,
in Europe,
but
if you're
it'll
trying to
pair
make
you to
your
the
way
best
in Europe,
ones in
either in
regards to
single
like
seaters or sports
DHL,
cars,
UPS,
it's
FedEx,
rough and tumble. You know, it really is.
whatever
It's,
your
a
local
dog eat dog
carrier.
word. Whereas
So that's what I'm trying to build with
there
that app.
seems to be just the way they go racing is just a little kinder, shall I put it that way? And the racing is, I mean, it's hard, but it's fair, you know. And I think if I were a youngster wanting to start my career, I would enjoy, as Wirtz has chosen to do with his kids, bringing them here, because it's just a great environment to learn in, whether it be single-seaters or sports cars. And also, it's also a place where you can stay. I remember talking to Nick Cassidy when he made the jump, and I said, you know, you're going to love it if you can learn the culture, learn a bit of Japanese. They're going to love you, and they did. They absolutely did. Blue-eyed, blonde-haired kid from New Zealand, you know, and the rest is history, as they say.
And loyalty in this series, it's really it's very common. And the combination of Super GT and Super Formula, it's an amazing racing culture in Japan.
Well, the battle continues between the two Supras at the front, and it's still
Yeah,
the TRS.
it's looking like Racer's the only way to watch it right now, man. I wish we could go back to motorsport.
But it's going to be a battle almighty between
The only way to watch it
Toyota
right now at this point.
and Nissan. And who knows, if there's a mistake between any of that top 5, well, there's 3 Hondas ready to pounce. 6,
It's a lot of
7,
wishful thinking
and
for the
8
Hondas.
they sit. And the Arta number 8 now down in 11th place. And on lap 69, that's the pensive look you'd expect. That time of the race now where we're going to expect something to go off, whether it be a crash or whether it be a push time-wise, and some strategic moves to use the traffic to your advantage. Now we're going to start to see the mettle of these drivers, because now it's go time. The rest.
Yeah, this is where the
previous
aggression
69
will
laps
start.
don't
So there
really
was
matter, do they?
there was no yellows this
Yeah,
race,
it's true.
It was a pretty clean race.
12 to go.
No yellows or anything.
Matsuda for Nismo watching on. Smile a lot, these team managers. But of course, it's a massive day for all the 3 top manufacturers, the big heavyweights, as it were. Nissan, Honda, and Toyota going at it.
Those team directors have a lot on their mind. There's a lot of complexity from the business side to the sporting side, everything.
So number 23 Moto Z just moved into P8. They took the number 17 to Steam on Preludes.
He's done a hell of a job with the traffic, and he's now up to 8th position in the
Green
Moto
Brave
Z, the
GR
23.
Supra is now in P6.
So he's dealing with both the traffic and his rivals. And this has been a fantastic run for the Aston Martin, the D-Station Aston Martin in GT300, still leading the way. And in fact, they've got a good lead too. So this is a comfortable situation for D-Station Racing. So we take a look at the Green Brave GR Supra and the Tenny Huracan of Daniel Kvyat at the wheel, showing his class.
Some big movers in GT300.
Not
in the 88.
Not
moved
yet.
Up 7 positions. Number 65
I'll show you it in
cars
a little
moved
bit.
Up to 6
When it
positions
shows
as
up,
well.
I'll show the gaps.
Yeah, he's running in the 129s, his best lap, a 128.6.
But if I'm not mistaken, the gaps are pretty
See
big.
from
like,
this battle,
I
right
don't see the
on
keeper being able to catch the
the
number
back
36, and I do not see number
the car
12
in
being
front,
able
which
to
is
catch the
the
keeper.
GR Supra. They cross the line now.
If I'm not mistaken.
Check on those lap times.
Okay, here we go. All right, the
In fact,
keeper
actually,
is 14 seconds behind the
pretty
number
much
36.
the same as you'd expect.
The Impul is 5 seconds behind
Fact.
the number 38 keeper. And oh my God,
Kvyat not quite as quick.
number 14
127.8
NES GR
versus
Super is
128.6
8 seconds
last
behind
time
the
out.
number 12 Impul Z. The number 39 Denso Sarge Super is what's the number? 5 seconds behind the NES GR Super.
You can see half a second between those
So
sectors.
yeah, it's pretty
between the pair of them.
it's pretty
But as the lap goes
set
on,
in
you can
stone
see
for the
Lamborghini is able
top
to
5. I don't think they're going to be able to chase anybody.
put
And
some
then
hurt
even
on him.
P6,
Back to the leader.
the number 16 Art of Prelude
And
is
again,
8
this has
seconds
been
behind P5.
Pretty class performance
And
by
then the number P7
the
is,
current champions
what
of
is
the number
the
36.
number Hunter Stanley. They are 7 seconds
GR
behind
Supra.
P6.
Keeper GR Supra.
Yeah,
on
Good
pole.
Smile's having a real good night, yo.
36 was
Good
also
Smile's having
on
a
the
real
front
good
row.
night. They're smiling tonight.
We knew that both would be a factor.
Or a good day, right? Yeah, Good Smile's been real good. They've
Overtake.
been real quiet too.
See now the
Real
tires
quiet.
starting
They
to
haven't
go.
really been putting too much shine on them
72,
on the
just 10 laps
broadcast.
to
Though.
go
I'm not gonna
now.
lie to you. I don't like that.
And you can see that there's a little bit more pressure as the fuel load comes down and the car starts to sway as we go on board with Kobayashi.
If I'm not mistaken, Kobayashi in P2, he's a rookie. So he's holding his own, looking pretty good though.
And using that Toyota power nicely. So a nice little section there on board with him. Scything his way through the 300 traffic. Just picking his moments, making sure it's safe, making sure the car in front sees him. That's another factor, you know. Very well being fast to the
10 to go.
cars in front
10
of
to
you.
go.
They've got to see you.
We made it, guys. We didn't fall asleep.
It's got to be a good feeling, though, to just blast past another car on the track.
No,
in a GT500
actually, the pole
versus a
sitter.
300.
The pole sitter was the number.
Well, like I said,
yeah,
I
I'm sorry.
wouldn't
I'm
want
sorry.
to be
The
in
number 38
300
keeper Super
whereby
was the pole sitter.
I'm half looking at the opposition.
But
and
once
half
they
looking
went
at
from
my mirrors.
OU to the
make sure I'm
the
not
other
in somebody
driver,
else's
it's
way.
just I don't think they really had the pace.
Toshiki OU.
Or it's just
Teammate
you know
did the first
Shosu
stint,
Boy just has a
watching
fast
on.
ass pace, but once they made that
It's been a
pit
good
stop,
run so far. They took the pole position
that
yesterday.
number 36 was like,
Dying
man,
moments
give me
of
that.
qualifying.
Took the spot.
Interrupted qualifying session, but conditions were perfect for running, and it's actually been a little bit cooler than yesterday's qualifying. And that is given us a really good race. Kiramani in the Nissan doing a good job as they are in third position, and they have taken it to Toyota today. If you remember, we started off with the top 4, all Supras. Whoa! And a little hit, a little nudge, a little love tap, you say in racing, from the AMG. Kvyat won't like that much. And that was Takagi in the 96. Let's have another look at it, John. Boom.
Just a tap.
Luckily, it wasn't at a stage where he could turn him round.
Yeah.
Or at least a part of the circuit where he could get turned around, but no harm, no foul. 9 laps to go now as D-Station Vantage lead the way as they have done since pole position in GT300. And still it's Savoy and Supra leading the way for Toyota in the 500. There you see the different tyres, and it's good to see Dunlop up there leading the way for Aston Martin. They'll be pleased with that, and Charlie Fagg was talking about that earlier in the days, wondering just how
I gotta wake up
tyres
in the
would
morning. I
hold
gotta
up. He
change
felt
my
fairly
wife.
confident that Dunlops would do their job.
I just randomly thought about that.
Big Dunlop presence in Japan, which I didn't really know of, because growing up in England, you know, the Dunlop factory was just down the road from where I grew up. Sasaki watching for the D-Station Racing, and you can see
Dunlop's, that's a
tense
Japanese
look on his
brand,
face as he knows
Michelin's
they are
French,
8 laps
not-
away
yeah,
from
Dunlop, I
victory
think, is a Japanese
in the
brand.
first
I think
round
Michelin's
of the
French.
series.
I think.
Meanwhile, a good battle for the top 10. Remember the top 10 scoring points, so now people are starting to think about just that. Where can I finish the race? Where can I get points? How can I get through traffic? Will the tyres hold on?
Yep.
How comfortable I am with the fuel load as it
Not
comes
changing.
down, because now that strategy comes into play as well. You want enough to get to the end,
7
but you
laps
don't
to
want
go.
a big heavy fuel
P1,
tank
2, 3, and
either.
4, and 5 and GT500.
So you've just
it's
got to
staying
time
that
it
way.
perfectly.
It's not changing. Oh.
"17 seconds now, the gap between the leaders. And you know, that TRS Impulse just may have a chance. Not that far behind.
They're 4 seconds behind the
well,
keeper.
4
So the
seconds
number
behind at
12,
the moment.
Impulse
With traffic, that could change in an
is
instant.
4 seconds behind P2.
Traffic or an incident.
So we could have
said,
one
we've
more
seen-
twist yet in this one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if they run into some lap traffic, it could slow them down, but I don't know.
Well, Bertrand Baguette did a very good first
It'd be
stint
nice to
for
see.
Impulse.
Oh shit. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, guys. It'd be nice to see the Impulse Z get a P2.
Now Kazuki
But it looks
Kiramani
like Toyota has
doing his bit.
Nissan sandwich right now.
It ebbs and flows, that gap at the moment, but just at the right moment, with 6 to go, he might just get himself a bit of an advantage with traffic. It really is now traffic management that it's all about. And like I said, tyre management as well.
Don't forget the
Yeah, those last 20
GT300
laps
award
are tough
points deeper into the field down than GT500 down to 15th
So
position.
this race really wasn't.
Yep,
it
good point.
wasn't that eventful, low key. There were a good amount of overtakes. I'll say that, but there wasn't any like pit drama. There was like one malfunction with the 96 K-Tunes, RCF and GT300, but outside of that,
Well,
there wasn't any pit
37 was the
malfunctions.
only big
There was barely any
retirement
mechanical issues on the track. I mean, you had the
of the race
Hoppy
so far.
Supra,
Had a
GR
few
Supra that
stoppages
kind of
of
like
cars
slowed
on
down
track
a little
that they
bit,
got
but
going.
they got it back together. But there
25
wasn't
was
really
one I can think
any
of.
mechanical issues like that. the 10X Gainer Z did go off, but they went back on. Like, but it really wasn't any wrecks or anything like that.
And I think Honda are going to be pleased.
All right, appreciate it, Shuka. Yeah, man, I'll see you
They're
around
going to
too,
be pleased
man.
with a start for their campaign, 6 and 7, not bad.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
I think, if they're being totally honest, reliability was what they were searching for.
Yeah, I don't know. Where's
If
round?
something goes wrong
Where's,
now, to get within 5 laps of the finish with a brand new
round 2
program,
is Fuji Speedway.
brand new car, pretty darn
Now,
impressive.
I like
Which
racing
they
Fuji
race
Speedway on the
close
game, right? But
Incredible
watching it
racing.
in person, or watching it on TV might be boring because it's because you know Fuji Speedway is a Toyota track and it's just all
Please
power.
enjoyed it.
It's
So
all
he's
power.
hiding behind the chair, but he's
So
watching.
it's not a lot of turning. so you know, it might be boring as well. It's gonna be fast though. I would love to see it in person.
So top 3 in 300. Aston Martin, the Hyperwater GR86 in 2nd place.
So the Hyperwater
and then the
in
LC500
P2
Lexus
is 9 seconds
in 3rd place.
behind P1.
And still,
number
a
31
9-second
in
gap,
P3
comfortable
is
gap for the Aston
shit.
Martin.
They are like 16 or 15 seconds behind P2, so they're definitely not moving up. Yeah, it's always
European
beautiful,
manufacturer
especially
can,
Fuji at this time. You know, the trees
pleased
are
with their
blossoming
day's
and
work.
everything like that. It'd be nice to see. Yeah, that number 38 keeper
And
Super
meanwhile,
is
Stefano
19
Stras,
seconds behind.
another stalwart of this championship and has been for many years.
Yeah, this broadcast team, man, they're not really showing a lot of, like, they haven't even
Trying to get
showed
that
the
Denso
number
GR
4
Supra
Hatsune
ahead of
G.
Oshima in a similar car in 4th place. And as you can see, nothing between them as they come onto the main straight. In fact, starting to slide around a little bit. Oshima there and Vanastraz.
Yeah, the angles at Fuji's gonna be nice though. Like, I love the angles that they do. Like, they put the camera down and they show like the cars like vroom,
with grip
vroom,
at the
vroom.
moment.
It looks nice. But
Meanwhile, back to the battle for 9th and 10th between the Nissan and the Honda.
yeah, a good
Tori
smile. They haven't
and
even put it on camera yet, man.
Fukakoshi. Ooh, somebody went wide there into the dust, but recovers. And hats off also to Rikuta Kobayashi. Done a good job. Kept it nice and clean. Still running in the 24s. He's a lot slower than the leader, to be fair. And that's why the gap at the front is
3
quite
laps to
substantial.
go.
So I think Kobayashi just settling for 2nd place. Meanwhile, Kvyat's up to 6th. Good run by the Russian. The Tenny Lamborghini. Let's have a look at the overtake on the 52. Ran the outside. And he had
Whoa.
to take to the grass for a moment, but that was a nice move.
Well done.
Yep. Way to go. Kagori and Kvyat then start their partnership off in good fettle. Meanwhile, this battle for 9th and 10th rages on. Look at it, side by side. Again.
All right, the Realize, number 24
laps to go
Realize
in
just made a
desperate
move to
measures,
number 17.
desperate
Steamer
times.
Prelude took the spot.
And everybody trying every which way now to make the best of the points.
Number 96, K-Tune RCF is making a move on the number 52 Green Brave Super.
Going at it
Gonna
for
make it
7th
stick
and
in the
8th.
mid
This
section.
battle's right throughout the
They
field.
do, they make it stick. Well, hold on. They lost it a little bit. Oh,
Look at that.
that Green Brave Super is fighting. Pushed them off.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of trust out there, I'll give them that. And there's a
Couldn't
lot
make
of
it
skill.
stick, the 96
It's not
K-Tunes.
easy to race 3 wide as they are here, almost.
Oh! The Green Brave
Oh,
Super
look at
just
that.
touched the
Bodywork flying
touched
off
the
it.
Ineos
They
Supra.
fight. 4-way battle.
Oh man!
No quarter
Shit, they
hours
almost
done, Kevin.
ruined their guys' race.
Fantastic.
2 to go. It's getting exciting.
That Denzo Sar Supra was on the Ineos's ass, and that was the fight for P4.
2 to go then here.
Uh-oh. We'll see what the Sar can do. 2 laps to go.
2026 Autobacks Super GT round. The Okayama GT 300-kilometer race to kick us off for the season. And
2
we'll be
laps
with
to
you
go.
for
Can
the
this
entire
Sar make a move on the
7-round
Ineos
series
Supra?
here in Japan?
Can the
very
number
best
39 Denzo
domestic
Quebec
Japanese
Sar
racing.
Supra make a move on the
Very
number
best
14
drivers from
Ineos GR Supra
not just
in
Japan, but around the
P4?
world.
They're coming up to the mid-sector.
It's been an interesting
He jumps to
start.
the
We all
inside,
wondered
moves
what
to the right.
the Honda Prelude would be like.
He backs
But
off.
the
He's
answer
going to
to
live to
that,
fight
it is
another day.
competitive.
Oh, he makes
It'll
his
get
move
more
on the
competitive.
inside.
But Nissan
He can't do
also
it. He can't
shown
make
that
it
they're
move.
not
He
out
can't
of
make
it
it
by
stick.
any means. We expected Toyota, given that they are champions and have been around for quite some time in this guise, which the Supra started back in 2020, and they do have an excellent record, multiple championships, including the car you're looking at
Final
right
lap,
now, the
guys,
current
final
champions
lap.
in the 36, who are going to start their campaign as they finished it. They won this race last year, and it looks as
Final
though
lap.
the conditions may well be very different than they were this time last year, but the result is all the same.
Listen, I don't know.
Tom's Toyota, the most
I
famous
don't know
name,
what steroids this
certainly
number
one of them
36 is
in
on, but
Japanese
damn,
racing,
them boys
up and
be,
down the
like their
board,
strategy is
different
just
formats of racing.
really good, man.
But here in Super GT,
Strategy's really
they have
good.
been dominant and look
Hey,
as
but
though
props
they
to
may
that
well
number 38
be
keeper
yet
super,
again
man.
here
But
in
the
2026.
driver
It's been
of the
a
day,
stunning
the team of the
performance.
day,
Started on the front row,
the team of the day
got
goes
the
to
lead
the
early
number
on
12
at about the
Impulse.
third
They moved up a lot of spots,
of
man.
the
They moved
race.
up a lot of spots.
And despite the pit stops, which went cleanly for them,
They deserve it.
never lost position once it all shuffled back.
The number 36 and
The
number
boy,
38, you know, they are where they are. They
getting
kind of
rather
stay
used
pretty
to
much
this.
the same. But the number 14 Ineos GR Supra, that's the
As
driver
he
of the
makes
day.
his way towards the finish.
Yes, sir. And then
TGR
the good
Team
smile
Leo Tom
P4.
will take the checker
There we go.
flag
Number 36
for
takes the
race
checker
one
flag.
here
There we go.
at Okayama. And the
First
round
race
of
win.
the Super GT Championship. Yamashita there to congratulate him with a quick clap of the hands. And it's all just not too easy, that's the wrong word, but it just looks like a team that know they should be winning. Good result for the pole team as Kobayashi, the youngster, brings it home in second place. Whoa, slip sliding, the tyre's completely gone. Sacha Fanastras getting sideways there in the closing stages, but finishes fifth behind Oshima in fourth place for the Ineos rookie team. Rensato takes the Artemugen to sixth place overall, and that is a good result. They're going to be fairly pleased with that, and of course TRS Impulse Z taking third. And the winner in GT300 is the Aston Martin from pole, flag to flag, for the British-Japanese combination of drivers. And the Aston Martin, who, of course, have done so well with the Vantage on the world stage, proved they can do it here against the tightest of opposition. And as you can see, it is a very, very happy team. D-Station Racing. They've raced around the world and continue to do so, whether it be Le Mans, WEC, you name it. The boy and Yamashita then, winners again here.
There they go.
For Toyota. And
good
well,
race.
it's an ominous sight for those chasing them.
Good race too.
They
Number
put
the
their marker
777
down.
D-Station Vantage, man.
Likewise,
But
Aston
I don't know that
Martin
D-Station
are going to
Vantage.
be
It
in
seems
that
like they're in a different
777
league,
car.
man. I don't know if their
30
experience racing like in the other
Jolly
series
fact, gonna be
is really what's setting them
tough
apart. But them boys, they're tough.
team to beat throughout the season. Trying to listen to what Yamashita was saying. But as you can see, the fans happy with what they've seen, and I think pretty much expected to see at least one of the Supras winning. Which one didn't matter to the fans, I'm sure, although they've all got their favourites. But certainly,
I think the
I'm not
fans are happy,
surprised, John, to
Jonathan.
see this car win. Go
Well,
ahead.
I was going to say, I was just going to say, I think the fans are happy. We just saw 2 straight hours of wheel-to-wheel racing behind that Supra, though. After that, it was amazing racing for 2 straight hours.
I mean, it's intense, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
it's like sprint racing in endurance cars. Incredible.
Yeah, exactly. Fast.
And the sheer
cars.
level of driver ability in that kind of maelstrom of traffic has got to be so hard. The concentration levels are wow. I mean, you know, we talk about Le Mans, but that's an 8-mile circuit. You
Sorry,
know,
guys, I'm trying to make a
you're
post.
passing cars all the time, but this
All right,
is
see
so
you around
much
2,
shorter,
man. Thanks,
so
Ed.
much more intense. put it that way.
Right.
And I can see now why Max Verstappen wants to be part of this. This is fantastic, pure racing. And they've got so many things right, like the BOP, like the tires, like the, you know, the parity. And it just makes for great racing.
Well, you speaking of
We
BOP,
saw at the beginning of the day the big head honchos of each of the companies. And I think that was a pretty... He's just seen himself. Hello, I'm here. Where am I looking? But we've just seen
Trying to
what
make
a
a post.
great example
on YouTube,
for these
guys.
marks. It is.
Trying to be the first to do everything. Trying to start the season off right, y'all.
And it's almost a casual win, isn't it? Look, just open the door, quick handshake. Done it all before. Conditions helped. It was perfect conditions for racing. Little hot, perhaps. But it cooled down as the day went on. There's the team manager, happy with his 2 boys.
Yeah, it was a good race too.
And
by
a shout out
Super,
for
yo. It was a good race.
the 2 RI
Proud of everybody.
helmeted pole men who
Okay,
close,
y'all.
but they'll take the
Man, I really
podium
appreciate y'all,
and
man.
go on to Fuji, knowing that they are in a very competitive position.
Hey, I really appreciate y'all, man. Thanks, Tyler, man. Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you, Nitrix, man. Nice to meet you, everybody that came on here, man. I really appreciate y'all coming through, man. I really appreciate y'all. We stayed up. We should pat ourselves on the back. Hey, but I'll put out a video tomorrow. Just recapping the series, well, the round. But outside of that, man, I really appreciate y'all, man. And I'll see y'all at the next round.